tasting, what we do is take a small amount right off the top. It doesn't take much. That's the warmest part right here. I'm going to invert the spoon. Cover all 9,000 taste bud. Aerate it. Warm it up. Driving up that top note, that cream, pure vanilla, sweeteners. That's a 10.
In the middle of the night, or early Friday morning, depending upon where you are in the world, a group of experienced comics professionals get together to examine and instruct about the art form that they love. That's great comic artwork on Comics by Night, Fridays at 5 a.m. Eastern, here on the Indie Comics Network, indiecomicsnetwork.com.
What was that? This is not a charade.
Oh, you beautiful people out there. Y'all look beautiful today. Wonderful, wonderful day. That looks weird.
Yeah.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah. That would have thrown me off all morning. So I'm used to looking over here to my right to Randy, down to Pedro, over to Whiskey. That's how I like it. That's how I like it.
Yep.
So I'm used to. All right, guys. How's it going today?
Not getting my goatee to cooperate. It's been one of those mornings.
Oh, yeah. I got one of those hot brushes
Yeah.
I use for my beard to comb it
I
out in
go
the
with the
morning.
shadow, man. It's
I'm still trying to figure out if Keith Giffen is dead.
Probably not.
He put out a tweet this morning saying I told them I was sick, and then laughing at the bottom of it.
Oh.
Well, if he,
And I'm like, did he post that? Did somebody else post that? He posted his birth and death, and now everybody's eulogizing him on his Facebook page. And I'm trying to find the original
See if
post.
he's.
Well, we'll find out. Yeah, let's work on that this morning.
yeah.
Other than that, Whiskey, how you doing this week, man? Doing all right?
I'm good, man. I just tired from the gym, trying to stay healthy and just working away.
You know, you make me feel bad when you say that.
Well, I'm
Tired from the
trying.
gym. I went to the gym because I go to the gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Apparently, this message, Keith, it's a message Keith wanted sent out when he passed. Seems on brand. He says, I told them I was sick. Anything not to go to New York Comic Con. Thanks. Keith Giffen, 1952 to 2023. And then it ends with blah, ha, 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 ha.
Nice.
That's so Keith, yeah.
Wow.
So he did pass away, huh?
That's really sad to hear.
That is sad.
Apparently.
Sad news.
That is sad, but that's the best way to go out, really.
Yeah.
That's the way to leave your mark, man. Well,
With a smile, I guess.
you heard it here, folks. Keith Giffen is.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry to tell you.
Darkness Saga will always be one of the greatest Legion of Superheroes stories
I agree.
ever. Paul Levitz and him were on point and doing phenomenal work. Just beautiful stuff. Lots of fun.
Whiskey,
Sorry,
I had
yeah.
to mute you. You've got some background noise going on there, some clanking.
Yeah. That's not me.
He's doing dishes again.
I am the guy with the jungle noises.
That's right. Yeah, jungle noises and stuff.
Yeah.
Pedro, how about you? How was your week, man?
Well, aside from going to the gym, I had a weird encounter with a group on Monday, which was funny. Like I'm not doing enough for my people or something. It's just like it was kind of gaslighty thing. Because I used to teach animation and I kind of disappeared for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So it was like a strong worded message, and I called them. I was like, you have a duty to your country, and what? It's like, what? Nah, I don't know. It was weird, and I still don't know what they want.
What, they want you to be more Panamanian?
No, more than likely they want me to work for free. I'm getting
Oh, there you go. Yeah. There's your duty for your country.
There it
Look
is.
for
That's the
exposure.
duty to your country.
There you are. Oh,
Not doing
wow.
enough for your country, Pedro.
You need to do, pineapple.
I
Yeah.
have to
What
grow
are you,
more
slacker?
pineapples. Yeah.
there you are.
Work
More
for free,
pineapples.
you silly little
Free.
artist.
Who do you think you are?
I was going to say I had one of those calls once, and the wife told me absolutely not. I could not run for office.
Yeah. That's for
No.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you silly, simple bastard.
Exactly what it was.
Yep.
That's
Off to a
alright.
good start this morning, Randy. How about you? How's your week going?
This morning was a little crazy, but other than that, it's okay. I finished just about got the print file done for Alice in Chains, and I'm starting to letter Shadow Kingdom. So, yes,
Yes.
excellent. It is done with the pencils, which is phenomenal. And
I've had a good week.
Can't wait to get that out. Yeah.
That book looks awesome.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great product.
I'm trying to get some art done, but... So they added video backgrounds to StreamYard this week, so that's a...
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Cool.
Notice we got the bacon sizzle in the background.
I thought it was a little warm in here.
Yeah, it'll keep people hungry.
There you go.
That's a big point. Oh, last night I took my dulcimer to what my wife calls the drum circle
Oh no.
at the local coffee house. Every Wednesday night they have like an open mic jam session.
Okay.
So I took my dulcimer over there and set it up and played for a few hours with some people. So
I don't know how drum circles are in the U.S., but down here is just like a place where filthy hippies gather.
yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, same in Canada.
Yeah,
Drink
same,
coffee,
Yeah, same,
drink
yeah, That's
coffee,
pretty much That's pretty much
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah, it's not really a drum circle though. But there was a lot of people there last night. A lot of young people, like teenagers, and they weren't particularly good.
Yeah.
Teenagers were, but there was some potential. But you gotta think, you gotta just kind of deal with it.
You gotta be supportive.
Yeah. I did buy some parts because I want to build a chromatic dulcimer. So the dulcimer I'm using is it's diatonic with just a couple of extra frets to get some notes where they aren't normally at. And so I'm gonna build one that's chromatic.
Oh, cool.
And electric and fully electric. I'm gonna do like a
metal dulcimer.
I'm gonna do like a Texas blues style dulcimer because that's what I like to play. I like to play like a Texas or a Delta blues. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about that life.
Did you just get a
mayhem working?
A guitar that's a slide guitar, like a lay down one on a stand?
Well, yes and no. You could kind of do that, but really, because it's only 3 strings, I don't really want. I don't need all 6. I just need 3. So I got some of the little like we call a hip shot single bridges, so I can actually make the intonation the way I want it. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna. The dulcimer is a very simple instrument to build, but I'm gonna luke it up.
There you go.
I'm gonna make it a little more. I'm gonna make it a little cooler.
Gonna make it more Luke.
I found these. I found this website where they sell a bunch of cigar box guitar stuff, right? So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do micro tuning. Finatra. But yeah, so they sell all these different like pickups and flat pickups and stuff. And so I bought a couple to play around with the configuration. See what I want. If I want dual humbuckers, there's a rail that's kind of a screamy one. And I got a guy that's building me a P90.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. A P90.
P90 is my favorite.
Goes well. Yeah, and it goes well with what dulcimers do.
Yeah.
I think that would do the work nicely.
Yeah, so I'm thinking a P90 and a humbucker, and just be able to switch between the two, or have both of them. I might put in a blend knob. Ooh, that'd be fun. Blend knob. And we've lost everyone that's not a musician, guys.
Yeah, how about a wang bar?
A wang.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put in a whammy bar. No, that would be crazy. I needed to stay in tune. Yeah, so we did that. Therapy's going well, so things are going well. We're coming right along. Yeah. Let's go and welcome our chat this morning, see how they're doing. This morning we've got Schism, Hail to the Bacon Ears. Welcome. It's good to have you here. John Apple's in the house. Hey, everyone. Of 2 of us at the time. It was 7:59 a.m. He was about an hour early, but it's fine. 8:14 a.m. comes in. Road trip for me, but I'll be listening. All right, Ronan, we want you to be careful out there on the road. Okay? And we're going to try to give you plenty of news and entertainment. Guys, there's a lot of news today. And I mean a lot of news.
Yeah.
Agent Zero's in the house. Good morning. Agent Zero, Oni64 is in the house. Thank you. Welcome. It's great to have you here today. Creators Outlet is also with us. The Woke Breaker Hail Chat. We've got Frederick Guamont in the house. Good morning. It's good to see you here today. Let me see. Who else do we have? Looking through the things. We've got... I texted some stuff in there. Glenn Fleming is here. Welcome, Glenn. We've got Kelly, my sister, in the house. Welcome, sis. Great to have you here today. We've got the comic book black belt. Russ Leach, welcome. It's good to have you here. Hux Allen, thanks for stopping by this morning. It's great to see you. And a long time no Legion. Luke rocks the Amish beard. Well, Amish country. I kind of have to. And we got Finatra in the house. And folks, I see that you're all out there. Please don't be afraid to come in and visit. We're gonna have a lot of things to say this morning. Let's go ahead and I kind of wanted to talk about this AI thing that's going on. Have you guys seen this? Let me try to find this post real quick before I
Is it taking
throw it
over
up
yet?
on the screen. Yeah, it's well, you've got people bragging about their AI skills now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, that's not AI skills, my friend. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what you're talking about. So yeah, let me find. I'm trying to type this post up real quick and try to find it.
I think we're in a position where people say, like, if I say their skills, their skills. Like, we're not going to change their mind, but whatever, dude. There's a lawsuit brewing.
Right. So it's caused quite a bit of drama. And so this is what I call Snipe season, because they gotta everyone's gotta fight. Everyone's trying to find some drama. They're out fussing and they gotta find something to fuss over this time of year. I don't know what it is.
Should have seemed
All
that way,
kinds of
didn't
drama.
it? Everybody's
Yeah,
stirring
what
the
was
pot.
that guy's
Seasonal
name?
thing.
It's like Shad something.
Shad Brooks.
Shad,
Thank you.
Shadversity. Shadversity.
He's like, I follow his channel. He's very informative on weaponry and stuff. And
Yeah, as do
he's
I.
a very likable dude. Like I mean, I don't agree with his AI take, but I'm not gonna go like after him. Like, yo, sucks. Like, dude, do what you like. You know?
Yeah. No.
I mean, some people like get pissed about it. Like, I really don't, because that's not gonna keep me from doing what I do. You know what I mean?
Some people have really gone after him this week, and we'll show
Yeah.
some of the things that have happened so far this week. But yeah, check this out. So he posted this like my AI assisted art skills 6 months ago.
Yeah.
My AI assisted art skills now. AI assisted art.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
let
yeah,
you
yeah.
tell your
I've seen
AI
that.
art requires no skills, and you just press a button to make AI assisted art.
That skill in red, I think it's what rubbed people the wrong way. I think.
Yeah. So you look here. You look at how many times he's been reposted
Yeah.
versus his likes
Yeah.
and his
ratio
comments.
Yeah.
This fella got ratioed
to hell.
to hell.
Straight down. Just
Yeah.
Straight down. Here's someone pointing out that, oh, here's your light source back there, but
Yeah.
here's your light source from there on the.
I mean, she could be in front of a glass building or something. Like, I don't know. I mean, getting picky with the art, I think it's a waste of time.
Yeah, well, it could be, but look how many people are doing it. And the people are just blasting him on this thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, the competition.
this one, man,
is
look at the
boring.
write-ups and the notes on this one.
Yeah.
Now, this is the guy I do not want editing any of my artwork.
Yeah.
This guy right here, I'm like, yeah, and you're not going to love any of my stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Stiff pose. I disagree. I think the pose is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
the-
what's wrong with,
The post is not stiff. It's just like it's decorative. Like it's in the middle of the screen. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
That's a composition problem more than a posing problem.
Number of fingers is always an issue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that'll get you every time. The fingers.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of got roasted this week.
Yeah.
But that that started bringing up some other people that were having problems where they were chatting about this Iron Age movement, which I think movement's the wrong word, because Iron Age, like if you're to go to a definition, like the actual definition of what an age is and what a movement is, I think you're going to find two different things. You're not going to get the same. You're not going to get the same thing. Because, like, a movement's like an act. It's.
Yeah, like a bowel movement.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it can loosely be, I guess, considered a movement. Only in the sense that, something is changing.
Yeah.
But, like an age, kind of also defines kind of I get, like Webster's, like the second definition, not the, I'm getting older age, but it's a distinct period of time. And I think that's what's really what we're seeing right now, is that it's a bunch of people that get fed up with all the baloney and all the hubble-blub, if you will.
Yeah.
And they just get fed up with all that stuff. And they're kind of all heading in the same direction, but at different paces, and they're landing in different places. But it's producing some interesting stuff. So there are some people that want to start gatekeeping the quality of what is defined as Iron Age, right? Like, well.
Can we make a parenthesis and highlight Glenn's comment?
Let's see that one. I didn't see Glenn's comment.
Yeah.
People who use computers to draw complaining about people who use computers to draw. priceless. Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn is doing like the perfect.
No, I
like,
use a
Taylor and
computer to
Waldorf.
draw.
Yeah.
They
Look at
use
the-
artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
They use a program. They use an algorithm.
Yeah. It's not the same. But I mean, Glenn
I
is
have to
known
think
for doing
about
the
it.
Statler and Waldorf. From
He
the
does
Muppets.
that all the time.
No,
And then he
no.
pops. I love it. I love how he does that. Then he pops into my streams, my draw streams, and
Yeah.
encourages me.
Yeah.
I love this relationship we have.
Yeah, dude. It's lovely. I mean, when I'm with Glenn, I feel like I'm in the Muppet Show, and he's like the two guys on the balcony, Statler and Waldorf, but one guy. It's just lovely.
Yeah. I like the Lion Mill. Welcome, Lion Mill. It's good to have you
Hey,
this
what's
morning.
up?
Hey,
Someone's always going to be bitching about something.
Yep.
that's always true.
People's problem with Iron Age.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, I think right now, like you see the money going in different places, and people want to try to complain, and they want to, you know, kind of do that. We'll get back to that stuff. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Let's get into some news this morning, guys.
Do
We're going
it.
to stay on ICV2 this morning.
Oh boy.
Lots
Yeah,
of
because
news.
there's way too much news to
Any
venture out
air-
into the other places.
Any air we give Oni can't be good.
Yeah.
Right. Oni announces 5 new miniseries.
5 folks.
Five of them. Oni Press
Uh-huh.
has announced 5 new miniseries that will launch monthly beginning in December with Invasive by writer Colin Bunn and artist Jesus Hervés.
Hervás. Jesus.
Hervés.
Hervás.
Jesus
Hervás.
Hervés.
Yeah.
The series spans a variety of genres and are all 3 or 4 issues long. Here's the lineup. Invasive, Jill and the Killers, Cemetery Kids Don't Die, Night People, ACOG, Brutalizer of Gods.
Wait,
Echo
everything
gun.
sounds sexual. Or maybe it's because it's
sounds-
Oni.
I don't know, man.
Brutal
Probably.
God
Yeah,
sounds like
brutalizer, invasive.
They're editors, you know.
Yeah, dude. Ugh.
Brutalizer of gods.
Yeah, dude. It's just like
that sounds
it's
sexual
like
to you,
lube.
Pedro?
Yeah, it sounds like rough
Lewd.
lube.
It's an African spin on epic fantasy in the tradition of Conan the Barbarian. The man
Oh.
fighting the gods in an ancient continent. Yeah, that was cool.
Okay.
I do
Series
like
is-
African.
Yeah, we were
oversized.
talking about that last week.
Yeah.
It's the,
So Hunter, one of the publishers over there, says he describes these 5 new series as maximalist comics made for maximum impact with stories and formats specifically tailored to allow creators to do their best and most daring work.
Yeah. Okay.
another Conan thing.
Yeah. That's just, yeah. That's
Well, no. Don't mistake this. This is in the tradition of Conan.
Wasn't there?
Right.
I
Conan
doubt that they've
stuff
actually
coming up
grasped what.
Yeah, it would
Conan
be
is
like
about.
Conan Jenkins because it's a
Probably, yeah, that's it. Conan
Leroy
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Conan Jenkins.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I got it, man.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'll buy 1 of each and see if they can grab me. Not crab me.
Yeah.
Grab me in
They're
the
gonna
first
grab me
issue.
Lewdly. Yeah, they're gonna
See what
grab me
happens.
lewdly.
Speaking of,
Eek.
here we go. We've got, look at that. Look at that face.
That's a friendly face of the people, isn't it? Right there.
I
Who
look
would
like
take
I'm
a
about to
picture
get
like
raped.
that? I was
feel
like,
A Viking
like-
Raider, maybe.
I feel like this is not the right picture for this guy.
That's
Especially
one of
the way they
those-
framed it.
He looks like one of those guys that later on the neighbors will say he was such a nice, quiet person.
yeah, no, you know,
I feel like he
picture,
just dropped a roofie in my drink.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that picture like, I'm gonna buy you some coffee and then I'm gonna use you.
This is like the glamour shots for men kind of photo.
Yeah.
This is the new glamour shots of 2023. This is what we're doing now.
Oh,
Like these, like it's like this is too intimate. Back up a little bit.
it's invasive.
There we
Look at
go.
my
See,
forehead.
it's still bad, but it's not as bad as when they cropped it. That
You-
and they
you know
really
what?
cropped that in. I just feel very
You know, it's not the full head in the shot. Like it's been cut out,
yeah
and immediately the viewer feels like he's in your space when you
yeah
do that.
yeah exactly
And with that expression, like, no, man, this is bad intentions. I don't like it.
yeah. And it's just a smile. The guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna give him a smile, and it's a nice headshot. Really, he doesn't look bad in it. But
Yeah.
my goodness, that was.
I
He
don't
just
know.
looks a little close, yeah.
So there was this artist by the name of Francesca Battistelli. I say that fast 3 times.
Yeah. Francesca
She's a
Battistelli.
Christian artist, And she did this double earring, double problem. I do think that might be the truth.
It's triple earring, actually.
Triple, yeah, you missed the one on the nose.
You missed the nose ring.
Yep.
She did this tour, and in the promo picture, it's her pulling her sweater down like she's trying to adjust it, right? And I'm like, why on earth did you choose that photo? Like, it just bothered me. It still this day bothers me. Every time I hear a song come on the radio, I'm like, why did she do that? Why did her publicist let her do that? Like, that was the dumb picture.
Just thought they were being hot and cool at the time.
Yeah, it was not cool. Not cool
It's
nor
like
hot.
this guy leaned towards the camera. Yeah.
They had me lean towards the camera in one of my pictures at one of the churches I served at for the photo directory, and I looked like a creep.
Yeah.
IDW Publishing has hired Ob Driver. What a name. Ob Driver. As its new director of marketing. Driver was public relations manager at Dark Horse from 2011 to 2016, leaving to take a post as public relations director at Digital Trends. He was public relations lead at Discogs from 2019 to 2021 and director of public relations at Glorious from 2022 to 2023, while also working part-time as a strategic communications consultant at Shelf Life Agency from 2018 to 2022. He has a master's degree in communications from the S.I. Newhouse School at Syracuse University. Ob comes to IDW with a wealth of marketing and publicity experience.
Yeah, Luke, can I interject?
Please.
Not about this guy. I just thought it was relevant to this gentleman's face.
What is that?
Well, okay. So a four-horned goat.
Feeling cute.
Yeah.
Might banish souls to the eternal abyss later. I don't know. Very cute.
Yeah, he does have this like warlock.
He does have a little bit of a warlock.
No. You're wrong. You're wrong. He is trying to project that look.
Yeah, exactly. To project I know the approach.
Yeah.
IDW laid off 39% of its staff, including its entire marketing and publicity department,
just to hire
in
him.
April 2023.
Yeah, and his demonic powers. Okay, sorry.
You will hire me.
You will hire.
You will pay me more than Heather Antos.
And you would give me the blood
That
of your
means
children.
$31,000 a year.
The entire marketing and public.
Oh my God!
Wow, the entire department. And then they hired this guy. So this guy's got to do the whole job. The publisher hired Sean Bryce as senior director of sales in June. Other recent hires include Greg Katzman as senior manager of public relations, Ryan Balcom as direct market sales, and Rena Strauss as sales and marketing coordinator.
So they laid off more than a third of their staff just to hire more people.
They're all directors too.
Yeah,
You notice that? Everybody gets to be the boss.
That has the ring of ingenious business acumen.
This just feels like it's going to be a winner, doesn't it?
Hey, we're gonna screw it up. Let's do it again, guys.
We'll be talking about them again in a few months when they're.
We really will, guys. Here we go. This is awesome news. So we're going to talk to later today, and we're going to talk about some of our favorite comebacks that we've ever seen, or some comebacks we would like to see. But here's a comeback for you. Toys R Us global launch. WHP Global launches new Toys R Us stores. Look at this.
Okay.
Wow, look at that. The parent company of Toys R Us has partnered with Go Retail Group to launch new Toys R Us stores. Toys R Us will have new flagship stores coming in the U.S. starting in 2024 through Go Retail Group. Since 1993, Go Retail Group has run the largest fleet of pop-up stores in the world. The new stores will be located at prime locations that complement the Toys R Us shops found in Macy's stores across the nation and offer customers the hottest toys on the market. With over 30 years of experience in all 50 states, our focus will be to do what we do best, said Gideon Schlesinger, CEO of Go Retail Groups. We will provide valuable brick-and-mortar logistics and operational excellence to this iconic brand. I wonder what other companies this they work with. Because to me, this feels like, when you say pop-up, that feels to me like Halloween.
Spur of the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Spirit Halloween. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, like, oh, that went out of business. That's going to be a Spirit Halloween next month. Like, what is this going to be? What the Spirit Halloweens are, for Christmas?
Aren't
pop these up
pop-up
for Christmas.
shops like a limited time only kind of?
Yeah, that's like like Spirit Halloween. So are they going to do this for Christmas? I wonder.
Maybe.
We're going to get, the Spirit Halloweens are going to turn into a Toys R Us for the holiday season.
That would be interesting.
It makes me wonder what they're going to sell though, like Blue Beetles and BB.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the product right now, it's not the best.
Too late for that. The Blue Beetles will probably be showing up at Ollie's any day now.
Yeah, those are already at Ollie's.
Or
Even Funko Pops are going down. Like, what do you put in a store?
Well, Toys R Us actually still has a lot of toys in the Macy's stores because that's where they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Toys R Us stores will be opening on cruise ships and at airports.
What?
The first Toys R Us airport shop will open in November at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport.
I know people take their kids to cruise ships, but dude, like
the second and busiest airport in the world, according to 2022 statistics.
That makes a little bit more sense.
It'll be operated by Duty Free America.
Yeah. Like and then buy yourself
smoke them all you got them. You're stuck on a ship. Better buy a toy.
Yeah, Transformers right at the gift shop there, and then
people are at the bar, baby.
Yeah, we got to get some. We got to get some Pokemon.
That's what I think about when I go on a cruise.
We got to get some Pokemon for the kiddos, eh?
Yeah. Can I have a toy with my Negroni? Thank you. Nah, it's not gonna work.
Since acquiring Toys R Us, we have increased our global retail footprint by more than 50% with openings in the United States.
That means they went from 1 to 2.
1 to 2. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Or 2 to 3, actually, 50%, not 100%.
United Kingdom, India, Dubai, and Mexico.
Mexico,
said Yehuda Schmidman. Man, I hope I said that right.
Yehuda
Schmidman.
Yeah, Schmidman.
Chairman and CEO of WHP Global. We now have over 1,400 stores and e-commerce sites across 31 countries.
There you go.
And as we head into 2024, we are excited to bring Toys R Us to consumers everywhere, whether you're visiting one or more stores at Macy's, at our flagships, in an airport, or on board a cruise ship.
Hicks Villain says, coming soon, Toys R Us. Coming later, Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, there you go. This one worries me, guys. This one worries me. So the other day, I was flipping through YouTube, and it suggested a Dr. Seuss Grinch story that I'd never heard before. And it was like Halloween is Grinch night or something like that, But it was clearly an anti-Halloween propaganda Dr. Seuss cartoon that Dr. Seuss was a part of. And clearly it didn't catch on, but it was so god-awful bad. I was like, wow, they can't all be bangers, right?
Yeah, dude.
So
that character design is horrid.
So that god-awful kind of Halloween is Grinch night, I think is what it's called. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. YouTube.
Was like Dr. Seuss a Puritan or something? Or?
Yes, and an anti-Semite.
Ooh, yeah. That's always good.
He has some things that are problematic.
Here and there.
Dr. Seuss characters coming to graphic novels. I can't see how this is going to be good. New stories featuring classic characters from Random House Graphic. Random House Graphic has announced a graphic novel publishing program in conjunction with Dr. Seuss Enterprises beginning at the end of April 2024. 3 classic Dr. Seuss characters will appear in new stories in chapter book graphic novel series. Cat Out of Water.
At least Art's getting some work. Art Baltazar.
Yeah. Good artist. I like him.
It's the first
People
book
will buy it
featuring
on
Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
People will buy it on brand name alone.
It's running 80 pages.
Nice.
I don't know. The imagery is completely different from Seuss's work. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
it's not going to be the same.
I don't
Going to
think
be an uphill
artists,
sale.
comic book nerds are the demographic here. It's like
No.
parents,
Right, yeah.
grandparents buying it for their whatever.
And it is that the grandparents remember the
beauty
original
of-
character design. So
think
But they
part of
can't see anyways, right? So they're just gonna.
yeah.
I think part of the beauty of Dr. Seuss is that it's, these are one-offs. And
Yeah.
hey, look, we're live. We could do one of those weird, like, watch it, like, in a loop
Oh,
live
it's
kind of things.
Inception? No,
Yeah.
that's not.
My Toys R Us building has been demolished.
I spelled that
They
wrong.
they knocked the whole thing down. It's a car park now.
Oh, dude, they went scorched earth.
You still
Like
have
the
Macy's and
Like
Ollie's.
the Huns.
All right, so I'm sure I'll get struck. But I'll just give you I'm sure you can hear a little bit of this, right? Let's get past all that.
Yeah.
The great Universal opening. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Gerald Baldwin, Alex's brother.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be.
He's got a lot of brothers.
Dude,
The colors
Wow.
are
tell the
killing me
budget.
on this.
You can tell the budget. That coloring is budgeting. Budget limitation.
Yeah.
No shadows on anything.
Not a single shadow to be found.
It looks more like Seuss's work, though.
Yeah,
It does,
Like,
yeah.
it's respecting the character design. Which
Just
can't
the
be said
coloring
for the
is
other thing.
pretty crappy.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Flat. It's flat as hell.
Dull.
It was truly a beautiful sight.
Yeah, let's get.
I wonder if
Or to the Grinch story.
Yeah.
They knew that the sour sweet wind was coming back, and what the sour sweet wind would do.
So the whole premise of this is that you're supposed to stay inside on Grinch night. Because the sour sweet winds come blowing and it makes things howl and things get spooky because the Grinch will come out
Just
and
like
do
that
terrible
movie.
deeds.
Just like that horror film.
And that was physically impossible.
So
Or that horror series where everybody had to stay indoors.
Yeah, let me ruin it for you. So this little guy down here, he has to go to the bathroom. Right? So, but they don't have an outhouse. So apparently in Seuss World, they don't have indoor plumbing yet. So he's got to go to the outhouse.
Oh no.
And he winds up getting blown away.
So the Grinch was like a real bad guy before.
Yeah, like evil.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they made it sympathetic.
He was coming to do bad things to him.
Yeah.
So the suit.
You're gonna
So
get struck,
anyway,
man.
so as
You'll
he's
get
out there,
struck.
he starts running into the Grinch. Right? He runs into the Grinch out here in the middle of nowhere, and he decides he's going to try to stop the Grinch from coming down to the town. He's going
Poor
to
dog.
delay him until the wind stops blowing. Right? Yeah, and Max doesn't like the Grinch, and so he actually goes home with this boy. At the end, he leaves the Grinch. So yeah, so this is kind of wacky.
With the sour sweet wind
So-
howling, stood before the gruesome Grinch and said,
to your words, bring on your spooks, shoot the works, I will not flinch.
Brave little soul.
Wants him to shoot the works.
And so then he gasses him with hallucinogens,
Oh, dude. the
and then you
music
get
is
this
awful.
crazy. You can see the influence that this would have had on a young,
Mind.
on a young Tim
Mushroom
Burton.
user. Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Tim Burton is like all like Dr. Cheese and black and white.
It'd
I
be
mean, this is
weird
not
to watch
Halloween
these.
Town.
Yeah.
It's weird to watch this back to back.
Yeah.
Dude, it gets
no.
even weirder. Yeah, so check this out.
It's in the Middle East now.
I'm totally going to get struck on this one. I'm not going to be able to
Yeah, you are.
monetize. It's all right. I normally get struck. I don't normally get to monetize too many shows. Just so weird stuff. Like, just like, Anyway, so that was
LSD.
I was going to
That's
say, it
LSD,
looks
yeah.
like a little bit of recreational drugs might have been involved.
Yeah.
really did, yeah. Oh no, it's the KKK. Of course, you got to bring that in, yeah.
Oh, no.
The Ku Klux Klan! Oh no!
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. So I saw that. So that's what's in my mind when I'm thinking about this. And I'm like, does it need to be done? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. But, you know, let's see where it goes. At least they're trying something.
Yeah.
At least they're trying something. So Oni Press is
Oh,
back in
what's
back in
this?
the news again. Check this out. Oni Press. Oni to publish comics line tying into animation and toy properties.
Oh, because that always works.
Because that always works, folks.
Yeah.
Oni Press and Nacelle Company, I don't know, are partnering for a new comic and graphic novel line featuring biker mice from Mars, RoboForce,
one.
Power Lords, and others. I've never heard of these.
Well,
Biker
you know,
Mice
if
from
you're
Mars is
if
cool.
you're 50, you'll know who they are. These guys will be able to buy these graphic novels for their grandkids. I used to watch that cartoon when I
Okay,
was
so
your age.
I know Nacelle Company. I know what they've done. Producers of the Toys That Made Us series and the Disney Plus series Behind the Attraction
Which
is
everybody's
reviving fan favorite toys and animation properties with a group of interconnected animated series. With the first will be RoboForce and Biker Mice from Mars. Fan favorites? What the flip?
That's why I was
Dude,
laughing.
I have never heard of these.
Okay,
Biker
I'm-
Mice
I'm-
from Mars was
I'm sharing the
basically
intro, man.
basically ran because Turtles was so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sharing,
was,
I'm sharing
uh,
the intro for Biker Mice from Mars. I actually saw the series and it was entertaining. It wasn't the best, but it
Yeah.
was cool.
it's along the lines of like Street Sharks and
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Battle
But I,
Beetles.
like
or
this was
something
my
like that.
day. Like this was,
Mhm.
I was like the young Luke. Like this was, you would think I would know this because I watched everything, right?
Yeah.
I have no recollection.
Maybe if you see the intro, you might recognize it. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm sharing it right now. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, let's go and take a look at that.
Yeah.
Biker Mice from Mars is, I think, is popular enough to at least push something.
Yeah. You might get some grandpas buying it, and they got cool looks.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't like this show.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. It was a ripoff of Ninja Turtles. I could tell.
Yeah.
You know, even at like whatever, what was that, 86 or something, 89?
Mhm.
You know, whatever, however long ago that was, I could tell back then.
And that 80s heavy metal thing.
I love that though. It's the trope. You got to have it.
Yeah.
Garth Ennis is tackling a new James Bond.
Nice.
A new Dynamite series launches in January.
Oh, yeah.
January 2024. Garth Ennis,
Biker Mice from Mars.
Preacher and the Boys, is writing James Bond, a new comic series, debuting January 2024 from Dynamite Entertainment. Inspired by the darker take from the Ian Fleming novels, Ennis' story, Your Cold, Cold Heart, involves a weapon that kills an enemy, leaving no trace whatsoever.
I
They've done
saw
that.
somewhere
I love
that they're in negotiations to start another James Bond series. I think it was Zack Snyder at the helm, where they're going to go back and adapt the original novels in the original time period. So this might be a kicker for that.
Yeah,
but
let me know when there's
I
a
don't know.
GoBots.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
Give me a GoBot.
Would you
No.
trust Garth
Go
Ennis
back.
with James Bond? I know I wouldn't. Like, he's not the writer for James Bond. I don't think.
Garth Ennis,
Yeah.
Well, he
guy who
did
wrote
The
Preacher.
Boys.
Yeah,
These are
exactly.
all
But Preacher is a story in itself. The Boys is a story in
These-
itself.
These are all
Until
ass.
303, you know, like, he has this flavor, but I don't know if it mixes with
Mm-hmm.
007 that well. I don't know.
Well, this is a darker
My opinion.
take, and of course, you know there was a storyline in a Sherlock Holmes
Yeah.
about someone murdered without trace of a murder weapon.
Yeah.
And so that's a line that's, you know, something that's been done before. So I imagine what they're, you know, I feel like, you know, trying to, you know, to solve a mystery. Feels more Holmesy than it does 007Z.
Yeah.
You know, 007's more, I think, like missions and stopping the bad guy in time to save the world.
Being cold to women.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Goldfinger started out with a corpse.
Well, yeah, I guess it did.
I will never talk. I want you to die, Bond. Yeah.
I want you to die. Come on, money pie.
Weekend at Bernie's started out with a corpse as well.
And it ended with a corpse as well. Yeah. Weekend at Bernie's.
And it has a corpse as well.
Weekend at Bernie's.
I love Weekend at Bernie's.
That'd make a great.
All right, guys, check this one. I can't even believe this is happening.
Can we do
what on earth is happening in our world? This is how I know that I woke up in an alternate universe, Randy.
Yeah.
This is it right here. When I saw this on the docket for the news today, I was like, of course. I actually died in that other dimension. And somehow was transferred here, and this Luke should have died.
Yeah.
Now, is that Minnie or Mickey as Iron Man?
Well, it looks like Manny because of the bow.
He's got the bow.
Yeah. But okay, so they're calling Minnie a drunk.
So where's Mickey?
Donald,
well, Donald's the hothead.
There ain't no Mickey in that picture.
Goofy as Thor. I can see that considering the last movie.
Mickey's probably, I would say Mickey has got to be.
I got a hammer.
They got to make him Captain America. If I was going to make him, I'd make him Captain America.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Yeah, probably.
Oh wait, is he Ant-Man?
That would make Daisy Black Widow.
You know,
he's
really? Oh, there we are. Yeah,
that's Mickey.
He's Ant-Man. I can't blow it up anymore. There I can.
And then Minnie should be the Wasp. Oh.
No.
Daisy's the Wasp.
Daisy's the Wasp.
Daisy's the Wasp. Ooh.
Oh, they're doing some
they're doing some weird what if stuff going on there.
There you go.
Couple swapping here.
Yeah.
I think
I always knew they were swapped.
Previous episode of Nerd Breaking, I think I said something along the lines of what fresh hells await us now, and then I'm not enthused about the results of this fresh hell
of that answer. Be careful what you ask for.
Yep.
You might get an answer you do not like. So anyway, publisher description. This past year, Marvel Comics joined the Walt Disney Company's 100th anniversary celebration with Disney 100 variant covers that featured homages of iconic Marvel covers starring Mickey Mouse and friends. In 2024, these best-selling covers continue, this time celebrating the 60th anniversary of two of Marvel's most iconic superhero teams, the Avengers and the X-Men. Like the Disney 100 variant covers, the new Disney What If variant covers will be a monthly variant cover program adorning select issues of Amazing Spider-Man. Also available in black and white, the 12 upcoming covers will see Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and more take over milestone moments in both Avengers and X-Men history. This is one of those things where you can tell that the comic book people are not excited about it, and this is, you've got to pay the corporate bills. This is paying the corporate. This is towing the corporate line is what this is. But anyway, so this is I don't know, maybe you're out there and you're a big fan of these things.
Is this
and you just love these
sponsored article?
It's called a preview. Yeah. So they're not calling this one a
sponsored article.
Well, I don't know. Like I can only say yawn to that.
Oh, it's kind of cute.
It is kind of cute.
The problem is they don't know who they're making these comics for anymore. Anyway,
yeah.
Throw in a little Goofy and Mickey Mouse in there, and then you open it up and you find out everybody's gay. It'll be great.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I don't think the outside of the books are changing. I think it's like a different, like the book on the inside is whatever story they're telling, and it's just a variant cover.
They're figuring people not to read it anyway. Just slab it and be done with it. Yeah.
Yeah, the possibility of interspecies gay erotica is high with books from Marvel.
There's a whole market for that.
Gives a whole new meaning to Mickey Mouse's clubhouse. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a whole market for that.
It's a bathhouse.
Do you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that.
Sir.
My friends, there's a market for everything.
Comics Pro, manga, and the direct market. Publishers.
Pete cannot be Loki. He's too dumb.
Yeah. Yep.
That's true.
Yes,
Should've
it's
been
an alt
Goofy as
cover to
Loki.
Spider-Man.
What?
Yep.
They're really running out of good ideas.
Yeah.
That was about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Way more than 5 years ago.
Publishers offer tips to retailers on choosing and selling manga.
Now, this is not a bad idea.
Because you need something to sell.
Yeah.
Listen, so when I saw this, I was like, why aren't we hearing about comic book publishers doing this? So these guys, these manga publishers are going to retailers and saying, here's how you sell our product.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
It's genius. So representatives from the largest American manga publisher offered their insights into how comic retailers can grow the manga part of their businesses during a webinar on the present and future of manga, sponsored by Comics Pro and hosted by manga podcaster and publisher Deb Aoki.
Aoki, yeah.
Aoki. I'm so bad with pronouncing names. The four panelists were Leela Aker, Director Publisher Services at Penguin Random House, who oversees the Square Enix line. Ben Applegate, Director in Publishing Services at Penguin Random House, who oversees Kodansha Comics. Kevin Hamrick, Vice President Publishing for Viz Media. And Mark DeVera, Sales and Marketing Director at Yen Press. That's a good panel.
That'd be a good one for retailers, the retailers that want to sell manga to go in. Actually, the retailer only has to walk into Barnes and Noble and take a look at what they have the most of.
Check out Landwell Studios. Like, step one to sell good manga, be Japanese. I think that's be Japanese, a pretty Japanese girl, and you'll sell a lot of manga.
You will sell a lot of manga. There is definitely an Asian fetish in this world.
Oof, horrible.
My goodness. I am a little disheartened by how, well, I don't know if this is the place to discuss that.
Okay.
A lot of those hot manga girls on the covers are like little girls.
Yeah.
They're not like, But so they're working on.
Let's not get into the scientific studies now.
They're getting on helping sell these products in comic book shops. I foresee giving the last convention I was at, I foresee manga overtaking American comics even in the comic book shop now. Now, since their focus, Penguin Random House's focus, is taking over the retail shops.
Yeah.
And they're giving them the tools that they need to keep their doors open because manga is selling. And these kids, I told them, I was selling the books. I said, "Do you like why do you like manga?" "I don't know. I like the stories." I said, "You like good stories?" I said, "What if I could tell you I'm telling a good story? I'm just doing it. You read it in reverse from what you've been reading it, and it's in color. What if I told you that?" "Oh, well, I would like that." "Okay, then here." And I sold books by basically pitching manga in reverse to them.
Yeah.
That it's really about the story, that it's about these characters, because that's what they care about. They care about good stories.
They just want to be entertained. Is really what.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they're overtaking because they know they have the product. Like Marvel or DC can't go into shop like, "Hey, you want to know how to sell our books?" And they're gonna do your books are.
You got to be gay or trans to want that.
Yeah, they can't sell their own books. Only
you got to be a
small
raging
niche
liberal
market
to
of like
enjoy this.
4%. Yeah.
I took a look at pictures of some of the most popular manga shops in Japan, and here's one. Do you want to take a look at? Inside the shop here?
Yeah, let's see it.
I don't know. Is it going to be lewd?
No, it's not going to be lewd at all.
Here's a store that's booming. Is what
This is
what he's
called-
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, this is called the Mandrake. It's one of the most popular ones. It's just wall-to-wall books and toys.
Yeah, and nothing.
There's no
more.
politics here. There's no
Nothing.
Love the
There's
wooden
nothing.
floor.
It's
Maybe
just
a couple
books.
of lamps.
It's just books.
Just books and volumes of collections and just books.
And it's
Statues and valuables in cases lined up on one
Yeah,
wall.
and it's
Go visit a Barnes and Noble sometime and see how they look.
just books. There's no
It's
politics.
like this.
It's just books.
Yeah,
Just
it's just books.
Here's another one here. One sec.
I'm getting so sick of like people wanting to lump everyone in with politics or some kind of group. I mean, even now, like that's like
Yeah.
when we start talking about the Iron Age drama that people are trying to create.
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing the
Sure.
same thing. Now that looks a little bit more like
Yeah,
what
that's a
I'm
huge-
used to
yeah, it's a
with the
huge
other
Luffy
merch and
statue.
stuff.
Well,
But
they got clothing and junk in the front. Yeah.
Yeah, catch the impulse buyers.
yeah, I get that. That's fun. And sometimes you want to wear your fandom as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of independent comic book creators have missed that, but I'm starting to see more of that coming around.
Used to be the comics were the impulse buy.
Yeah,
You know,
used to
that's
be.
what's kept Archie alive in the grocery stores for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's starting to get very exhausting, very tiring.
Well, it's
That everything
especially
has to
now
be political.
with the direct market because the retailers are desperately looking for a way to make a buck.
Yeah, and everyone wants to label people as an phobe or an ists.
Yeah.
And I see it from both sides, you know. And we have someone going online and raging about the culture war and how they need to fight it. And then we have a real war going on. 2 of them in our world right now. 2 actual wars going on in our world.
Well,
and they say war is gay.
2 that they're
which
putting in
is
the
it?
media a lot. Yeah.
I know, but which is it? Is war gay, or is it important to fight the war? Which one is it? Because if the culture war and the real, I mean, don't get me started. It pisses me off.
Yep.
Pisses
We're not
me
here
off.
to talk politics. We're here to talk comics,
books, yeah.
sequential art. Yep.
Just call me insane, says Barnes and Nobles. Is still fun to go to, but the quality of book there is meh. Yeah, it is fun to go to, but
I was just at one about 3 weeks ago, and I was greatly impressed at the gain in quality that my local Barnes and Nobles has done. There's one rack of Marvel, one rack of DC, one rack of Independence, and then like 3 aisles of manga stuff.
yeah, it's not all Barnes. It's going
They
to
were
depend on
jammed.
the buyer for your region.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the buyer for your region.
Very true. But the stuff that they had on hand, available for sale, was really impressive to me. And I almost walked out of there buying 3 books. The stuff that I had seen, or one I had heard of. The other 2 looked really good. I almost bought them. Yeah.
So this is
Still might go
weird.
back.
This is weird. So Disney,
Dynamite's getting Disney titles.
Disney's really, I don't know what is going on?
Well, it's obvious
going
Marvel ain't making it. So Dynamite wants to try it.
Dynamite announces 2 new Disney titles. They're going to be doing Cruella de Vil from Sweeney Boo and Justice Ducks by Roger Langridge. Dynamite Entertainment has announced 2 new Disney comic launches this December. Disney Villains, Cruella de Vil, written by Sweeney Boo, Over My Dead Body, with art by Marina Puglia, Red Sonja, and Hell Sonja. Should be pretty good then. Follow up the 1961 animated feature 101 Dalmatians. The comic story features the fashionista stealing royal jewels in order to restore her reputation.
Well, that's a way to do it.
Covers are by Boo, Joshua Middleton, and Gretel Lusky. I might buy that. Actually sounds kind of fun to read. Justice Ducks.
Justice
Written by Roger Langridge. The Muppets, Thor, The Mighty Avengers.
Okay.
Art by Carlo Sid Lauro. Thank you. Features a team of avian heroes assembled by Darkwing Duck
This sounds
to
awesome.
battle flying saucers. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this sounds awesome.
I'm buying this. This is it. I gotta buy this one. Langridge aims to blend goofy 1960s style superheroes with Carl Barks type storytelling in his tales of Darkwing Duck, Gizmo Duck. Oh, I love Gizmo Duck. Neptunia, Stegmet, and Morgana.
Morgana's like a sorceress, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh man, that looks fun.
That looks awesome. That
looks
sounds cool. The Cruella de Vil, I don't know.
I might read that. I like a good heist. I like a good heist story.
But it seems like everything regarding Disney right now. I don't know if you guys are fans of Tom Waits, but he got this song called like "God's Away for Business," and there's a line there like "The ship is sinking. The ship is sinking."
Oh, it's sinking.
God's away. God's away.
This right here, what this feels like is Dynamite found a couple of floating crates.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're selling the rum. They're selling the rum that's in the crates.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Well, again, this every time one of these books come out, that's a Disney licensee, ought to be looked at as a slap in the face at Marvel Publishing, because they can't do it. They can't do this kind of quality. They don't dare spout off this kind of imagination because it's just not at the so-called old house of ideas. They don't have it anymore. Dynamite comes in, makes a couple of pitches, pays for a couple of licenses, and boom, they're off and running. And hopefully they'll do well at the comic shops.
So now it's the house of old ideas? What you trying to say?
It's an old, a haunted house of ideas is more like it. Everybody up there is just traveling on the ghosts of the previous talent. So
wearing them like skin suits.
Here's your guy again.
This guy.
Yeah, that's that sack
again. Freaking guy.
Can I read it?
Oh, please go ahead and go ahead.
Scroll down. This Thursday at the ICV2 Insider Talks at New York Comic Con, I'll be hosting a panel on the future of the direct market. Featuring a great lineup representing retail, publishing, creative, and technology. This is a fraught topic, since there is so much uncertainty surrounding the present of the direct market in the aftermath of the pandemic and the disruptions in Hollywood. Here's a quick preview of some of the topics we are likely to get into. When retail gets sick, comic stores get pneumonia. In business parlance, the difference between a consumer and a fan is that fans seek out material without being marketed to. Comic shops, by catering primarily to fans, have therefore avoided some of the generic supply and demand issues facing ordinary retailers, because they can count on those fans to show up, rain or shine. Tell that to Jim Hanley's Universe in Manhattan. Yeah. Anyway, but comic stores don't exist completely outside the normal comic economy. They pay rents, which have gone up a lot. They have labor and other costs that are subject to inflation. Some stores occupy spaces in urban areas that have seen dramatic declines in foot traffic and public safety. How nice way to say crime. Public safety since the pandemic. They can be especially tempting targets for crime. Oh, here we go. Of crime. In that valuable comics and collectibles are relatively portable. Just stick them down your pants.
Yeah.
So when we talk about
wait. Are you telling me a comic book is portable?
Portable.
No, not relatively portable. It's not
relatively portable.
It was relatively portable.
When you slab it though, it gets a little harder to stick down your pants.
You can move it. That's still it's not
size of your pants. Yeah.
Relatively portable. What does that even mean? For a comic, of course it's portable. Oh my gosh, this guy gives me a headache.
That's why I was surprised when you pulled this article up. So when we talk about the problems facing stores today, we have to start with the stuff that is not specific to the comic business, which makes no freaking sense at all, but has affected our industry just the same. How are stores managing to face in the face of these headwinds? What are the successful stores doing? Our tactics like merchandise diversification, alliances with other local businesses like coffee shops or specialty merchants, or special events scalable to other stores. Can stores with small, expensive urban locations compete effectively when stores outside of urban areas have space for gaming, tournaments, art workshops, and other fan-friendly events?
Basically, they're saying if you want to survive, you gotta stop selling comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, your boy Zach just did a great video on this in Jim Hanley's Universe in Manhattan shutting down. Are you going to pull that article up? Do you have that planned with Heidi O'Donnell? Okay, well, I'll be quiet.
I plan on looking for it. Yeah,
but it's so poignant, this couple of paragraphs, because it's, if you read it and you know about retailing at all, this is a great avoidance of the real key problems that retailers are facing now. This is everything else but the problem that they're faced with now. They're faced with a problem of bad quality merchandise at a high price that they're trying to sell on a non-returnable basis. That's the biggest problem retailers are facing right now. Rent, they're always going to deal with rent and utilities and whether or not they can make a special event to bring people into the shop. The thing that's going to keep them in business is an accessible product at a decent price at a high entertainment value. That's why they're selling more manga than ever before.
Because there isn't a lot of other products to sell.
Because the stuff coming out of the corporations is just absolute garbage. And then the other books, your Dogman and your Raina Telgemeyers, your Scholastic lists, even your manga, they're not, the comic shops are not the primary stop for that. There's already other businesses out there that have built up a business around those products. You want the latest Scholastic book, you're probably going to sell it at a large box store like Walmart's or Costco. You want manga.
What was the name of the shop that closed again?
Jim Hanley's Universe.
Oh, that's right.
Or is it Jim? I'm pretty sure it's Jim Hanley's Universe. The video that Zach did was really good because he points out that Heidi went in there on purpose in order to push her agenda as opposed to the real problems that's happening here in these shops. And of course, if you know Heidi McDonald's politics, that's that's what it was. Yeah, your store didn't shut down because of social justice warrior problems, did it? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not blaming us for your bankruptcy, are you?
This is literally everything else except for the largest problem out there, and that is these corporations don't care about their publishing end. They're letting people run rampant and jump on soapboxes and charge whatever they want. Marvel's got what, $10 comics coming out now?
Yep.
The average price for a Marvel comic's like $4.47, something like that. It's just horrible. And there's so many things.
Paper?
Yeah, on crappy paper with substandard printing and just horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, the two things that the retailers have been staying in business with, that's Magic and Funko, are not having upswings in sales right now. Both of them are suffering really, really bad. So the retailers are 3 times hit hard with stuff they just can't sell. And if they're dealing with Diamond, really difficult to return, if anything, if at all. All the comics that they've been buying, they're stuck with. They throw them in a $1 box or a $2 box, and they pray that they move.
So here's the
there it is.
Article on the closing here.
Yeah.
This is Ron Hill and Nick Purpura.
Yeah.
We're going to call it JHU.
Yeah.
Is closing in Manhattan. This one hurts and lands close to home, literally. JHU is the Beats local comic book shop. Always there, rain or shine, to pick up a last-minute gift, a much-needed comics box, or just stop in for some conversation. But after several years at 481 3rd Avenue, in its Kips Bay location, co-owners Ron Hill and Nick Purpura are shutting down this store to concentrate on their flagship, located at 299 New Dorp Lane, Staten Island. In a statement posted on Facebook, which you can read below, they cite rising costs, and the Beat can also testify to this. Prices in Manhattan are out of control. The store will close at the end of September.
That might not be the rising cost that they were referring to.
Yeah. Might not be.
When Marvel offers a book at zero, only at cover price to the retailers, there's a problem. When they start jacking their prices up just because they can, there's a problem.
Oh, it's a problem everywhere.
So yeah,
they're not catering. They're not catering to their retail base.
So remember when Benedict Cumberbatch was dressed up as a?
Yeah.
This is the story he went to.
It is. Yep.
This is the story he went to. It's closing. It's gone.
Yep.
The end of the month, gone. No more.
Poof. They're already moving stuff out.
Yeah. There's much more to be said, and while I don't discount the general malaise that comics are in, it's also a unique location that had unique issues. St. Mark's Comics, another Manhattan legend, closed in Manhattan in 2019, but reopened in a trendy Brooklyn location. Midtown Comics and Forbidden Planet are still hanging on in Manhattan, but some action has shifted to Brooklyn and Staten Island.
Well, you need to also point out that Midtown Comics, if I'm not mistaken, is Luna Distribution, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Forbidden Planet probably owns the building that they're in because they have been there for multiple decades. So
yep. So this is what we're talking about. Yeah, and people want to be like, it's not just SJW stuff, right? That's not what caused you to go out of business. People just want to make sure that when an iconic legend like this goes out of business, that it didn't have anything to do with the SJW crap that's been being put in the comic books.
There's another article after this where she has an interview with one of the guys, and it's all just horribly badly tilted questions all the way through. It's just a mess. And it's got a picture of one of the guys holding a hand cart and having this total look of he's trying to put on a face for the camera, but you can see the despair and just the fire just taken right out of it. Yeah.
Yep. Defeated men.
Exactly.
Oof. That's a sorry.
There, interview. Retailer Ron Hill talks about closing.
Oh, God.
There it is.
I feel his pain.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it looks like the guy of the old guy. The old guy, like.
That's one of the saddest retail pictures I've ever seen. It breaks my heart to see it.
Yeah. It's like, my wife's not talking to me. Yeah, like, he has that face.
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
Looks like he's got a broken heart, man.
I'm in hell.
I'm having fun, guys.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Everything's okay.
You know, I'm fine.
Dude, break your heart, man. Just no.
Yeah, this will be hurtful if you stay on this article for further.
I'm not gonna
because the questions are just that right there off the top.
Let me ask you this.
Was this store killed by social justice warriors?
Oh.
I like his answer. No, it was not.
Was this store killed by poor product from Marvel and DC? Well, he's still got a store, so he can't say, hell yes, it was.
Yeah, exactly.
But he did say it wasn't helped by it, but it also wasn't helped by Brian McVaughn taking a 3-year break in the middle of the hottest independent comic book run.
Well, I don't know. He's talking about Saga, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that book.
He's blaming the creators. He's blaming an independent creator.
Oh yeah.
All wasn't helped by it, but it wasn't helped by this.
Everybody he lists in there are white guys who can't get jobs at Marvel or DC anymore because they don't check the right boxes.
Except I don't know, man.
So,
dude, these guys are hostage, man.
He is.
These are all the guys that Millar was saying, you need to get back in here and help these corporations out. Corporations won't hire them. The editors on these corporations don't want them.
Man, was he surrounded by AK-47s while doing this interview?
Pretty much. Well, just Heidi's a regular customer, and she got in and got real pushy.
They put lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again.
Exactly. That's it. The lotion in the basket. He puts the lotion.
I want to touch on a couple of things that you just talked about, but I want to back up a bit. You always told me your 33rd Street location was a commuter store. What did you mean by that? It used to be a store that people came to because they had jobs in Midtown. Oh, you mean people don't have jobs, so now they're not buying?
Ever since the pandemic, people have been working remotely, and it's been really difficult to get them to come back and make the commute back to the office. Yeah, they're fighting it tooth and nail. Yeah, and they're still fighting it tooth and nail. So some of these guys even
now they're talking about nail salons. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. There's is that the picture with? Yeah, that's the picture with Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Sad.
It's really sad to see it go.
Kirkman guy, he stopped Walking Dead. That's been our biggest problem.
Yeah. Oh my
He's
God.
not doing Invincible anymore either. We've got these huge omnibus books. Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix doesn't let publishers know the exact release dates and time for them to print them generally. So it's talking about, these Netflix shows, The Boys and stuff. It's not helping retailers. Honestly, because how many times has a show come out on Netflix has been very popular? People went to go buy the graphic novel and they're not in the stores. And we've talked about this on this show before, that that they're not communicating. The studios aren't communicating with the publishers and the retailers.
I'll tell you this, though. Watch in the months to come the sales of One Piece.
Oh, they're already skyrocketing.
Because that show on Netflix is getting nothing but rave reviews all over the place because it sticks with the material.
It does.
And not only that, Randy, the animated show is getting a spike in viewers.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because of that series. So yeah, dude.
You want to check out the source, right?
It was done well. Yeah.
And the source is really good too. There's some material that they're
the creator on the of the series is a big consultant or worker on the TV show.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not a fan of One Piece. Like, I find the character design a little bit goofy. Like, it's not for me. But I recognize that the guy has like thousands of volumes on it.
Well, they've
he
blown
has a very, very like dedicated following.
Yeah, they've blown all their viewership numbers right out of the water with it. Yeah, so hopefully that'll encourage them to do more and have care about what they're doing, sticking closer to the material. Unlike
my son loves One Piece.
Yeah,
that's his favorite show.
Kind of like
it's a Dragon Ball
the opposite
Z
thing. The opposite thing that they did with Dragon Ball. They try to come up with a new thing that flopped. They try to like immerse their messaging on.
So someone's asking why do independent comics still charge lower prices? We charge $5 a book.
To me that's not low.
That was $1. That was $1 more than they were charging a year ago.
Have to go print on demand instead of large offset web.
Yeah, they're going to be $6 a book through
real quick
through Iron Age distribution.
It's looking like $5.99 is going to be the standard at Marvel and DC too before the end of the year.
And they're printing in bulk. But guess what? I don't think they're not printing the numbers I think they used to.
Oh no, they certainly aren't.
No.
Nope.
So here's another comic shop in Odessa, Texas that went down. The Hive comic book shop. Apparently leaves a big legacy. So I just want to point this out since we're talking about comic book shops that closed recently. This was August 27th, another comic book shop that goes down. And it was a big one. Enough that the local news would put it on, So, I mean, it is what it is, guys.
Timothy Olsen is asking a question.
Sure.
Why are you guys offering the price that Marvel used to before they started jacking the prices up? I mean, you guys are more versed than me on that, but it's just printing runs.
I just answered that.
Yeah, it's
we were charging more than them.
Yeah.
Now they're charging the same price as us.
Yeah, exactly.
But we figured out how to maintain our cost.
Yeah,
they have not.
For a reason. We do it for a reason because our printing runs are short, are small, so it's not business to sell it at their prices. It would be like working for nothing.
Print on demand is completely different from the way Marvel and DC prints. We have to print to the number or close to it, maybe a little over for store sales or whatever. Marvel mass prints up to the nearest 1,000. So that they have plenty of copies out there. They're incredibly large web presses that take half of the time, half of the energy. So they get their per unit cost dropped way, way down. Now, back when we were doing Liberty, we did all of those on offset presses and got an incredibly great price for them. But we had to print 3,000 of each issue in order to get that price too.
Yep.
And we've, I've still got boxes in my garage. I'm sure
I've got boxes and boxes.
Boxes in his garage.
Boxes.
I've got 3 times more boxes than Luke's got.
I'm gonna. Yeah, you got tons more. I'm gonna give out I'm gonna give out some boxes for Halloween. That's what we're giving out. It's comic books, free comic books. I'm giving away issue number 1.
It's a brilliant
next
idea.
weekend.
Yeah.
So next weekend there's this big thing called Front Porch thing. But I've gotten invited to do a table, like an art demonstration at their artist gallery that they're doing down at the gymnasium.
Cool.
And so I'm gonna set up and show some traditional comic book art, and how to, the different things.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna have some art up there. I'm gonna have my art board and be doing some drawing and stuff. Pardon me. But then I'm also gonna have my graphic, not the trade paperback, for sale. But I'm gonna be giving away issue 1 to anyone that comes through. So I'm just gonna have issue 1. The trades are for sale. Just to try to get people on board. And let people in the new town know that they've got a local that's moved in that does comic books. So what do you do when you've got that many comic books and no distribution deal, right?
Yeah. Yep.
The people on the move, Oni Press, they
Or Oni.
they can 29% of their 39% of their staff, but they've hired some new people here.
Hey, we'll give you a quarter, just a quarter more an hour. Just go take this guy's job. Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. The new hires that are promotion. So 2 new editors are joining the staff. Eisner-nominated writer Carl Bollers, whose editorial resume includes Marvel Comics, Valiant Entertainment, and Bad Idea. Bad Idea. That sounds like a bad idea. And Megan Brown, former editor, IDW Publishing. Chris Robinson has signed on as consulting editor. His background includes time at Marvel, Z2, and Tapas.
One layoff to the next. Tapas. There we are.
Other new hires include Andy McElliott as operations manager, Winston Gambro as graphic designer, Matt Harding as pre-press technician, and Kaya Roke as marketing and communications coordinator.
I thought they had
just
a
hire
marketing. Yeah. I thought they had a marketing coordinator.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
They just hired him.
Huh.
Of course, this article is newer. Did they fire her? Did they can her?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh gosh, did she get a job on?
Oh no.
What day was that?
It's like that
Did
Monty
she get a
Python
job
thing.
on October 9th and lose it on October 11th?
That could be like that Monty Python skit. The person formerly in charge of this person has been sacked.
Yes, I love that.
Wow. It was the word that picture, man.
In addition, Oni promoted 10 employees from within. Troy Luke, formerly director of design and promotion, is the new VP Publishing Services, responsible for all production, manufacturing, operations, and logistics. Jeremy Colfer has been promoted to director of development. Angie Knowles to director of design and production. I thought the other guy was design and production.
Right, I don't know.
Anyway,
Everyone's
Grace
a director.
Same job.
Schepter and Bess
Co-managers.
Pilares as senior editor. Oh, to senior editor. What happened to Heather? Oh no, this is Oni.
Oh, yeah, this is Oni.
Carrie Sousey and Sarah Rockwell to senior graphic designer. Gabriel Granello to editor. Jung-Hoo Lee to assistant editor, and Sarah Harding to executive coordinator.
We're co-managers.
On top of all these other people that they've hired. It sounds like they're getting top heavy again.
Yeah, it does.
In September, Oni announced they hired former DC Comics director of sales and marketing, Spencer Simpson, as VP of sales. ICDC spoke to president, publisher Hunter Gorson, and editor-in-chief Sarah Hahn about the company's new direction in September.
Being top heavy makes you kind of wonder if it's like these corporate entities or whatever these are, like kind of like the Borgia or something, assassinating each other, like, left and right, like some sort of historical drama.
Somebody somewhere coined the phrase "failing upward."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Anyway.
Goodness.
Article
Comics professionals.
I think. Hey, we'll give you a quarter if you take this title and give you a title. Just keep doing what you're doing. Okay.
I get to be a boss? Yes. Who my boss over?
Yourself.
We're working on that. Retailers weighed in on how they thought Diamond, Lunar, and Penguin Random House are doing and what they thought about new comics arriving on Tuesdays in a survey done by Comics Pro earlier this year and discussed during the Comics Pro Open House on October 5th. Comics Pro Executive Director Marco Davanzo presented the results, explaining that the 155 retailers who responded to the survey ranked the 3 distributors on a scale of 1 to 5 on a variety of different metrics. Lunar got the highest scores for packing, minimizing damages to new weekly comics, and getting them to the stores in time for New Comic Book Day, giving it the overall lead. Penguin got the highest score for customer service and having a wide selection of items available to order. Diamond outscored the others in ease of ordering from their website and the ability of their point of sale system to integrate with their data.
That's only because they've been doing it for 30 plus years, and all the retailers are Pavlovianly trained to deal with them.
Yeah, but the retailers were extremely dissatisfied with their shipping cost. Indeed, while every distributor got between 3 average and 5 excellent on every other metric, Diamond got a dismal 1.86 for shipping cost.
That's because they get entire boxes, huge boxes that would hold 250 comics with 5 comics in it. Absolutely fantastic.
Davanzo then looked at the change between the 2022 and 2023 surveys and noted that Penguin had improved the most notably in the areas of packing and minimizing damage to products. We have conversations with them on a monthly basis, Davanzo said, and we kept on telling them that their packing needed to be improved, and they improved it. So my hat's off to them. As for New Comic Book Day, 58% of retailers surveyed said that they sell new comics on Wednesday and 48% on Tuesday. However, 57% of the retailers said they hate or don't like selling new comics on Tuesday. 18% said they like or love it, and 25% didn't care. So it sounds like you probably need to move that to Wednesday.
I can promise you that the majority of the comic buying's habits, the comic buyers' habits, haven't changed.
It's Wednesday. It's always
so everybody
Wednesday
keeps coming in Wednesday.
I forgot they were selling them.
Keep coming in Wednesday.
I forgot they were selling them things on Tuesdays, to be honest with you. But in addition, the majority of retailers don't like selling new comics on Tuesday. And they don't like selling new comics. I could have stopped there. Sentence goes on. They don't like selling new comics on Tuesday. And don't do it even when given the option. This inconsistency, in turn, causes confusion among customers.
Yeah.
We're going to be taking all this information in after New York Comic Con and doing a deep dive and giving it to the distributors and trying to work with them, Davanzo said. Comics Pro also plans to launch a new, more widely ranged survey in January 2024.
Let's try to get their numbers.
Yeah, can we get actual sales numbers?
Actual sales. Well, you're never going to get actual sales numbers. You're going to get sales to the retailer. You're never going to get readership numbers.
So the Comics Pro meeting that we just talked about is actually returning to Pittsburgh. So the Comics Pro annual meeting will be held in Pittsburgh, PA for the 2nd year in a row. So we're looking forward to that.
That's only because of the Pittsburgh Hooters.
Is it the best? Have you been to many Hooters?
I have.
I don't know. It was anticlimactic to me.
I was there with Peter Palmiotti and Joe Quesada back before they got bigger jobs. So, and they both did incredible Christopher Walken imitations. Fantastic.
I love Christopher Walken.
Yeah, they do too.
An ICV2 release, the final session at the ICV2 Insider Talks Direct Market Summit and Comic Industry Social Hour at New York Comic Con, will bring together a panel of industry thought leaders led by Eisner-nominated ICV2 writer Rob Salkowitz to mark the 50th anniversary of the direct market with a look ahead to its future. What I would love is just a collection, a compilation of me butchering people's names. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah. That would work.
On the future of the direct market panel, I'll be leading a conversation between creators, publishers, and retailers on ways we can update the concept of the comic book store while keeping the elements that have made the direct market so resilient over the past 50 years, Salkowitz said in laying out his plans. What publisher models are working to bring in new readers. So what publisher models are working to bring in new readers? What tactics do we need to rethink in light of changing customer taste? Sell manga?
Knowing Marvel and DC, they're going to start printing their books from right to left.
Yeah. Something to indoctrinate people with
changing customer taste.
Look,
that's their idea of innovation.
We've already seen them trying to make Superman manga.
Yeah.
They're trying to make manga versions of these iconic characters, but I just don't think
it's not working.
They don't understand. It's not the style. It's not the polish on the outside. It's what's at the core. And if the core is rotten, you've got to fix that.
What's really missing with these companies right now, and that's creativity, innovation, and talent.
Yeah. They have thought leaders.
The big three.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
crap
thing
ton of
thought
those.
leader, like, is he wearing like a uniform? You know, with like
yeah, it has.
They already do all the boxes. That
it has two S's on the side.
Yeah, with a high boots. I'm the whole police
like
here.
This. Okay.
What tactics do we need to rethink in light of changing customer taste? Is there a way to make periodical comics relevant to readers of webtoons and graphic novels? How are the challenges facing the DM today, direct market that would be, today impacting creators?
Are they're chasing webtoons?
Yeah, apparently.
That's their idea.
They think that's their competition.
Yeah.
The people that don't make any webtoons don't make any money. I thought that was the point.
Webtoons makes money.
Webtoons
off that advertisement.
The creators don't make any money.
Yeah, the creators don't make any money. But
Tapas and Webtoons makes good money.
I think the creators can get a residual from that.
Do they? Pennies?
I think, don't they?
Yeah, but it's like
isn't it like YouTube?
It can't be at the same scale, or there'd be more people doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
They get like a bag of beans or something.
I would do it.
Oh,
I would do it in a
magic
second.
beans.
Yeah,
I would do it in a second. I can draw a panel every day.
Yeah, for beans?
For beans, absolutely. I like beans. ICV2 Insider Talks, Direct Market Summit, and Comic Industry Social Hour will kick off with the Comics Industry Social Hour, co-hosted with Comics Pro at 2:30 Thursday, October 12th, in the dramatic fourth floor pavilion.
Wow!
At the Javits Center.
Hour. There we are.
The dramatic
social hour.
Alcohol will be available.
Mm-hmm.
Here is your panelist. In order to listen to this crap, you got to be drunk. Stu Colson, with 30 years of experience, is a proprietor of Heroes for Sale in Auckland, New Zealand.
There we are.
Is also the director of Comic Hub. Comic Hub is a comprehensive point of sale system designed specifically for the comic and game industry. It offers customer ordering tools, automated e-commerce website links to the POS, and features for direct publisher interaction with comic enthusiasts, all integrated within a single platform.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
Only in the comic market.
I want to hear this. Say the name. Say the name, Luke. Say it.
Only in the comic market would the term POS actually mean something good.
Yeah.
Well, no. Also in the market is point of sale. It's been that for retail my whole life.
Has it?
Yeah. Point of sale.
You know, to everybody else, it stands for something else.
Well, because most point of sales are a piece of shit.
Yep.
Say the name. Say the name.
I wasn't going to say that because
we're
family friendly.
The next
Demetrios.
Oh, this one? Here.
Yeah.
Let me give it a shot.
Say it.
Demetrios Fragiskatos.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Fragiskatos. Probably
close. Is the owner of Any One Comics in Brooklyn and Every One Comics and Collectibles in Queens. His experience has led him to create projects like the Access Guide to the Black Comic Book Community.
Oh.
Is he black? He doesn't look black to me.
I don't know, dude. This is
which lists comic books with black creators, stores with black owners, and black-owned conventions. Does he just identify as black?
I don't know.
Because that dude ain't black.
With that name, he can give me like a great tzatziki recipe. But I don't
Right, yeah,
want
this
to
guy
be
is
the
not.
face of like the black community. Hey, you black, let me tell you how to be black. It's like,
Look at how much
nah.
this guy is doing for the black comic book community.
Yeah, like he has a black fetish.
I
I don't know, man.
Once you go black, you never go back. That's what I've heard.
Exactly. That's been the story of my life.
Jen Haynes, Mabedoct.
That's Mabedoct.
Yeah.
Mabedoct
Mabedoct.
is the owner of The Dragon,
Oh my
an
God.
Eisner and Schuster award-winning comic and game store with 2 locations in Ontario, Canada. She is the president of the Board of Comics Pro, the only professional organization for comic retailers. She is also a certified teacher with over 10 years in teaching experience and holds a master's in classical studies.
In other
looks
words,
like a riot.
comics are just a side hustle.
I like that sweater. It's cute.
Yeah,
Right.
Looks like a
My
riot.
wife would like that.
Mhm.
Jamal Iger.
Eigel.
Eigel. Sorry, my bad.
Eigel.
Eigel is writer, artist, creator of Molly Danger for Action Lab Entertainment, the co-creator of Adventure for Dynamo 5, creator, writer Jay Fairber, the
And
co-creator.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Molly Danger is only has a crowdfunder that's about 5 years late.
Yeah.
Only
Only 5 years late.
Can someone look that up? Let's find out.
What is these list of people representing again?
This is the panel.
Aren't
This
they on
is
a
the
panel? Yeah.
the social hour and
From
the
what?
summit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clothing is optional.
Clothing's not optional. Come on.
so the
This
dream
is the
team,
where were we at again? This was the
ins-
market the summit.
Direct
Yeah.
market summit.
The summit and social hour and I wish I were making that up.
How much money did it cost to throw all this crap together? And
A
hire
lot of
these
money.
People?
I'm not sure when Eigel had a comic out. Ahoy Comics, I guess he's doing stuff for, huh?
So yeah, Molly Danger made $50,000 on Kickstarter on 2015. That was the last update.
8 years late.
And,
Wow, unfulfilled, huh?
And see, yeah,
I didn't think anybody could be EVS on that record.
Oh no.
well, we have a runner-up here.
He's not late. There's a lot of other people that are. Usually,
Way
those
later.
folks though are still in the direct market. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jamal
but
here.
the only one anyone ever talks about is
Liefeld's got one
he's got one that's
come
never
out.
been fulfilled.
Yeah.
Probably never will be.
And that dude, that like the big dude, the one that's like 600 pounds, was really like vocal
Well,
against CG. Scott Kirst.
oh yeah,
He's,
okay.
he's yet to fulfill.
But the only one they ever talk about is EVS.
yeah, of course.
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah,
let's be
yeah.
honest.
That's
All
it
right,
exactly. And Jamal's been real vocal about if you're CG, you're not with me.
Yeah.
He's part of that hate group.
I guess
Whisper
we're
Network.
cool, Jamal. I'm not with you. I get it.
I get it.
I'll survive.
don't care.
I love his work. He does nice work when he works.
Yeah, I mean, one thing has nothing to do with the other. Like,
Yeah.
I for one don't judge people's personalities. I don't judge their work because of their personalities. I say, like,
Yes.
good book, you're an a-hole.
Yeah.
I thought I had it right next to me, but I don't. I was gonna say, he's late, but he gives you a box full of fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Oh.
yeah, I was late, but it's like everything in it
Yeah.
was super high quality. So I don't
I got a
really,
huge, I got a huge box of stuff from him. Yeah.
So I don't,
That was
I don't
cool.
really care about the lateness so much, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, being late is not unfulfilled. That's
The thing that
completely
surprised
right.
me,
Yeah.
the thing that surprised me with Ethan's delivery though, wasn't it wasn't just a book and a bunch of tchotchkes. It was like 4 books.
4 books
And I think out of the 4, he did 3 of them himself.
and an
then
action
wrote
figure,
4. And an action
and then some tchotchkes and a card set and some.
and a looking action figure, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was fun in this big, beautiful box.
Mhm.
I mean, it was nice. When I got that, it felt like Christmas. It was nice to get that, and at least Ethan does it right on the delivery. I got to say that he does it. And when you looked inside the book, and he's drawing these books himself.
Mhm.
So I did this 2-page spread.
And they're all consistently
For
high
Chrome
quality
Dog.
too, which is
Yeah,
that's great.
I did this
I mean-
2-page spread for Chrome Dog, which is nowhere near as detailed as the pages that he does for Cyberfrog. And it took me like 13 hours to do that, just those 2 pages.
Yeah.
And I normally, in 13 hours, I can normally get 7 pages done.
I don't want that.
Maybe 5.
Russ says, I don't want that stuff. I just want good comics. We all want good comics.
Yeah. But it's really nice to have this. I mean, the action figures made their way on my.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jamal
they're worth
was
setting up. They're
leading
big.
a mob against Dan Didio last week because he gave an interview. Oh my God.
Yeah, this guy right here. This guy, he's a piece of work.
Yeah,
and this is the guy that should be doing all the stuff that this guy's doing.
It's that
the
hate
black
group.
community, right?
Yeah. Wow.
This guy is too busy saying, if you're with CG, you're not with me.
You know
and this
what?
guy ain't even working. Screw this guy.
Well, we're not sure if he's not working.
Dude, the whole thing about the black community, like, dude, we're all individuals in the end. This black community is done when people want free stuff from you. So whenever they come with that swan song, like, yeah, you gotta support the community or whatever, like, okay, dude, like, it's not, I'm not asking what you're doing for me. I don't want you to do anything for me. I can do it on my own. Just don't get in my way. That's the thing. Like, you can do like voluntary work. You can go like, dude, enjoy the kids, teach them how to draw one day. But at some point, it becomes your day job, working for the community, and then you get stuff like this. Like, yeah, we're like black community, black creators, and black and black and black and black. What, you want a cookie?
I'm sick of these people taking selfies.
Yeah.
You can tell this is a selfie because his way his shoulders are.
Mm-hmm.
This is a selfie because you tell, but she's better at taking selfies than the other. This is a selfie because the arms are moving like that.
Yeah.
Now this is a headshot.
Yep.
This young lady right here, she knows how to get a headshot taken. What a great picture. Nice black and white. Well framed. I like this. Why can't more professionals do this?
Well, that says ego to me.
This is not hard to do.
No,
this is not hard to do. And it's not that expensive.
No, not really.
To pay a photographer to come take.
Mm-hmm.
And she probably didn't even pay. She probably there's probably maybe she has a kid or a sister or brother or something that has that does photography.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, by the way things are right now, you can buy lunch to a photographer and he'll do that for you.
Yeah, I'll take your picture. I'll take a headshot real quick.
Yeah,
$20.
Sub. Yeah, for a sub.
Yeah, right now right now it's terrible, especially with the new DSLRs.
Yeah.
With the auto settings they've got, and you can get really good pictures now with your iPhone.
Now it's not only DSLR. Now it's like mirrorless cameras, and those are
the
way
mirrorless.
better.
Yeah, the mirrorless are doing great, and there's some of them are really easy to use. And then you've got people that buy the cheaper mirrorless ones that are able to start doing photography because they can do basic auto stuff. They don't have to do anything very artsy.
Yeah.
Speaking about headshots and photography and beauty shots, check this out. Blow me up here for a sec because it's ridiculous. Interject this.
Oh, okay.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, that's
God.
real. I thought it was photoshopped.
Ew.
That's alive.
Ew.
The fact that thing is breathing and exists on this planet.
Shoot it right now.
That's someone's pet. Someone loves that animal.
It blinks. You're just.
It doesn't even blink. The eyes don't fully close, and they don't.
It's
and it's
breathing.
not. And it's not at the same time. It's.
Those are gills.
It's
Those are not
offset.
eyes. It's
What
breathing.
on earth is this thing?
Yeah.
Those are gills.
Yeah, it's
Look at that.
breathing, man.
Those ears. Like it's like a
Whoa.
half bat. Whoa. Yeah, look at it. Doesn't even. Yikes.
It's gasping for air. No. This is a Men in Black.
It looks like a chupacabra. Burn it with fire.
Yeah, dude. I would shoot it twice.
Burn it with fire.
Burn it.
Everyone's saying burn it, burn it. Oh, just is gross.
Yeah, dude. Ugh.
Wow.
Thank you.
Let's get
Whiskey.
back to thank
Thank
God
you
for this.
that.
If you look at something and there's nothing there, what's the difference of figuring out what it was in the first place?
Indeed.
I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. Kara O'Neill, also on the panel, she's worked in book retail, libraries, and independent publishing, and more, and brings the experience to her role as the VP of marketing at Dark Horse Comics. I like to hear from people that also worked in retail and libraries, so they've been on that end of it, so they understand. They have an insider's view of what it's like to be there in the store, face to face with the customer, fan. A lifelong reader and a lover of books and comics, as well as video games, tabletop games, RPGs, films, and music, she has found that working in comics publishing provides a unique intersection of these interests. And then there's Rob Salkowitz, is an Eisner Award nominated writer about the business of comics. Not a winner, a
That's
nominated.
the guy that wrote that article, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a loser of the Eisner Award.
Yep, it's that freaking guy.
It's that freaking guy.
Freaking guy. They're relatively portable.
Yeah. That dude.
I'm going away this weekend, guys, to visit my in-laws up in Kokomo.
Ah.
Do you think I'll be able to take this with me? Do you think it'll? You think that I can?
Hang on, show it again.
This will make the trip.
How big are your bags?
Think that'll make the trip?
I don't know, man.
I don't know if this is portable.
Yeah.
Well, will I need to load the luggage rack for that?
Yeah, the proper
I don't know.
luggage. Yeah, anything.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like I could just stick that in there.
Do you have one of those like wooden, like old timey luggage like chests?
Yeah, I can't just
maybe
just fold that up and stick it right in there.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Right there. I don't know. Is that portable? This might stick down the. I don't know. I don't know if it's relatively portable.
Probably.
I might need a backhoe or something to get it.
I hate this guy.
What is that statement? Oh my gosh! I just want to. He's probably a lovely individual.
Yeah.
We may even get along.
There's a German word for that face, but I always forget it.
Schadenfreude?
Yeah. No, not Schadenfreude. Wait, let me look for it.
You can have a
Guten Morgen.
Yeah.
Guten Morgen.
You can have a Diet Coke or a Coca-Cola. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. He said you could have Diet Coke, but why?
But why? Book Channel graphic novel sales down from last year, Circana reports.
Down.
This is as of October 5th. Kristen McLean of Circana breaks down the trend in a Comics Pro webinar.
Yeah.
The Comics Pro webinar.
Book
Yeah.
channel and graphic
It's
novel sales are
circled up.
down from last year, but still much
I
higher
found it, but I can't
than they were
say
in
it.
2020.
Higher
That's
than they were in
one
2020.
takeaway from the presentation by Kristen McLean, Executive Director of Primary Industry Analysis for Circana Books and Entertainment, during a Comics Pro webinar on October 5th. Circana's book scan service tracks sales in about 85% of the U.S. book channel, including bookstores, mass merchants, and Amazon. Also receives data from the comic shops that use the Comic Hub point of sale reporting service.
I found the
Hey,
word.
that's that website from that other guy.
Yeah, I found the word, but I don't know if I can pronounce it. It's Backfeinkesitz. He has a face that deserves to be slapped, basically.
Backfeinkesitz.
Yeah.
Backfeinkesitz. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. This is the German moment.
I love the Germans.
Yeah.
McCain
Germans.
began with a broad look at the U.S.
He began with a broad.
noting that household spending on items Circana tracks is up 28% from 2019 to 2023, but customers are getting less for their money. This means that belts are being tightened all around, with nearly 80% of consumers in one survey saying they have reduced spending or plan to do so due to inflation.
Tolkien write this article?
Thanks, Joe.
Tighten my belt. Off to
That
find
reality is reflected in the graphic novel market, where, according to BookScan, sales of graphic novels from January through August 2023 are down 19% from the same period of 2022. The baseline has shifted, however. Sales in 2022 were up 78% from 2016, largely because of the sharp spike in sales in 2021, when nobody had anything to do but order stuff from Amazon. I really believe that a lot of evolution that we've seen happen in 2019 around manga, around kids' comics and graphic novels is here to stay, McLean said. We've grown a ton, and now we're just having to adjust and figure out what that looks like without the strong stay-at-home time that we had before. Each of the slide in graphic novel sales is in the adult category, with manga leading the way. Again, though the figures are relative, aunts and uncles, year to date, manga sales are down 27% from 2022, but up 351% from 2019.
Because they didn't have them at all in 2019. There was like one or two. Now everybody knows about it. Of course they're down. Here's the thing that I am considering when we're reading this article is that there was a lot of time. So in 2020, people were scared. All of our sales went up because the pencils down thing.
Yeah.
What the comic shops pushed were their local creatives that were providing them with material in their backlog auctions.
Anybody with stuff they could sell, yeah.
And we did a tremendous amount of business during that time. People were also online every day because they had nothing else to do. So podcasts like this were happening almost 24/7.
Yeah.
You could get this material anywhere. I actually started podcasting and streaming more during that time. I hadn't really done anything prior to that. And it was during that time that I really had the extra time. But once people started getting back into work, even if you work from home like I do, you don't have time to do this most of the day. You're busy, you're working. You can't be distracted by the internet. And now people are actually starting to get out of the home and go and do things, which is good, which is necessary. But we also have the added inflation and issues with the economy. We're getting ready to come into an election year, which we already know that whenever election season comes around, buying patterns, they tighten up because people are uncertain of what's going to happen. We have 2 wars going on. So yeah, we're going to have less, a lot of disruption. And then everyone is making things about politics because that's what people that are obsessive tend to do. So when you start seeing politics invade your escapism and you have fewer dollars to spend, you want to have escapism. What are you going to do? You're going to not spend that money on that thing.
Either that or you'll find alternative media if you still want to read comics. Right. That's why manga has been booming as much as it has. Yeah. It's because that's where the creativity and ingenuity and quality is at. That's where the money goes.
I'm trying to find some. Yeah, it is booming. I'm trying to find some updated numbers on the crowdfunded stuff, and I know the numbers are down this year from what they were last year.
Nobody wants to talk about those numbers. No, it's not that it's down. There are certain people that are down. There are certain campaigns that are down. But the problem is that there's so many campaigns that have sprung up that money's being spread out, plus the economy. So people are having to pick and choose what to pick up, and folks are also, if taking myself as an example, I'm looking at a product and going, can I buy this now, or can I afford to wait until the second or third volume comes out and just get it all at once?
People like to binge watch.
Yeah,
exactly.
They really do.
That's the kind of mentality that we're building now, especially with these streaming services.
I do believe there's a, I think Comicsgate has a tracker. Let me see if I can find it, and because I think they track the money they've made for the year.
Yeah. But how many times have we, let's call it Comicsgate, call it Indies, have we been pronounced dead?
Or dying.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so whatever, dude. Like, if you're making the sales, like, you don't have to make 6 figures. If you make enough to keep them going, you're safe.
About as many times that the film critics have said there's superhero fatigue.
Yeah, exactly. It's just... Ugh.
When really it's not superhero fatigue. It's badly written superhero fatigue.
Yeah, exactly. It's superheroes with an agenda that
too
shoots entertainment out of the window.
I'd say they scrapped all of Daredevil. They're going to save.
Yeah, that was funny.
Save a couple of scenes. They were half done filming 9 episodes in out of 18. Now they're like, well, maybe we can save a couple of scenes here and there. They keep the basic plot rolling.
Nah, we're not doing this.
Yeah. Well, they've been trying to follow the books. So if they do that, who is it? Karen Page ends up dying of a heroin overdose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like with Aquaman, they can't get it past the screenings because apparently they kill Aqua Baby. And people are walking out of the theater at that scene, just up and done. So they're sitting there wondering what the hell they're going to do.
So it looks like $2.6 million.
Chicken feed
has been raised.
Over how many campaigns, though?
70.
Wow.
Yeah.
70 campaigns.
That's one issue of ISOM.
Yeah. I think 2022 was better than that. Let me look at the numbers here.
So far, yeah. I think so.
Why is it not working?
I still say a lot of that money's spread out because there's so many different campaigns out there now. Everybody who's aware of crowdfunding and can do it are doing it.
It's giving it a go, yeah.
Yeah. While you're looking for that, we can finish the article. McLean doesn't believe this signals another slump like the one that occurred in 2011 after the Borders bankruptcy. And she cited 3 reasons why: continued investment in anime, including streaming, which drives manga sales, Japanese publishers' increased involvement in the U.S. market, and Scholastic's move into manga, which will expand the audience. No mention Marvel and DC there.
Yeah.
None.
It sounds like she wants to invade Japan or something. She's like blaming Japan for everything.
Got to go where the money flows.
Yeah.
All right, here I found that. Go ahead, keep reading.
According to BookScan, the fastest growing manga series in the U.S. is our Blue Lock, One Piece, Oshinoko, Danadan, Tatuki, Fujimoto, before Chainsaw Man and Tokyo Revengers. They're not new to the market, but they're new to high growth for us, McLean said. Meaning that readers are moving into other series and are continuing to pick up new stuff. I think we still have some adjustment in front of us. I'm not sure that what the new baseline is going to be. You want to scroll up? Whoop, never mind. Not sure what the new baseline is going to be, but the market is not dropping out from underneath this category. While manga still accounts for almost 50% of the graphic novel market, it is losing share to other categories, notably fantasy, which had a 22% increase in unit sales, probably that lore book. Anyway, and while sales of middle grade graphic novels have slowed, the category has grown relative to other middle grade books to the point that 1 out of every 4 middle grade book sales is tracked by BookScan as a graphic novel. 1 out of every 4. Other key takeaways for retailers included offering items at a range of price points to offer options to those who are cutting back, catering to emerging categories of customers, including grandparents, kidults, ages, no, that's a bad word.
That's really bad.
Plus, and teen girl gamers.
Dude, this guy's
and creating events around teen girl gamers. No, I'm not going to go there. And creating events around secondary occasions such as May the 4th to draw customers into stores. That's only if they do any type of quality Star Wars product, which I don't.
Are we gonna gloss over? They said kidults.
Kidults.
Dude, this is gross.
Yeah. Just call it YA.
No, dude. Like,
not even that. That's not even young adult.
Even that.
No. Kidult is like little kids, man. I'm sorry, but
is that basement dwellers?
I think it's like wine mums and shit.
No, it's a kidult 12 plus. So I think saying like, oh, he's 12-year-old, but he's an adult already. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, so they're not tracking anything that's on Fund My Comic, so their numbers aren't.
Nope.
Their numbers aren't.
They're not
accurate.
They don't want to admit Fund My Comic exists.
No, these people don't mind.
Not yet.
At least from what I've heard,
Mm-hmm.
they don't mind. They just haven't integrated the tracking, which they could easily do. They could easily do, but so far,
just Andy Dufresne.
That's not bad.
Just send them message after message.
There you go.
But 2022 ended out with 4.2 million. 2021 ended out with 4.8, and 2020 5.9. So you can see how that is.
Yeah.
You can see how that is gone
That's the
down.
flat curve number. Yep. It's the same with the bookstores, the book scans numbers.
Yeah. People had money.
Yep.
People spent less money.
Mm-hmm.
People are spend even less money.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are spending a lot less money. But again, you're not seeing the numbers that are happening over on Fund My Comic here, which would boost that up to well over, I believe, 2.8 at this point, if they were tracking all that. And it's not tracking independent websites, which a lot of creators have moved to crowdfunding themselves, and especially on their primary launches. I mean, Peter Samedi is doing that.
Shane Davis is doing that.
Shane Davis, Battlebrick Road did that. Eric Weathers did that. And then his primary, he funded it himself on his own website. Which, if you can do that, I suggest you do it.
Yeah.
I think that's really the way to go.
I mean, that should
if you've
be
got
the
the
end
fan
goal.
base to do it.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a guy that owns a crowdfunding website.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the way I see it, Luke, I mean, you might disagree with me, like, but the way I see it is, like, Fund My Comic is a town square, but we should all strive to have our own place.
Absolutely, I do agree.
At that
entirely
point,
agree.
Fund My Comic is where people gather to see what's happening, and then you basically just divert.
Well, it's a great place to have a storefront up there. Just have something up there to sell, and then you can integrate that into your own website later.
Yeah, exactly.
We did have some work done on the widget. Something wasn't working right on the widget, but we're gonna have some more work done here, hopefully by the end of the year, to get the widget to function with all the same features and functionality that the website has. Currently, it's pulling from the original core code, so it's very limited in its features and what's capable of.
You're gonna have to fidget with the widget.
We have to fidget with the widget. The Vault continues its free to retail model. Remember we talked about Vault doing this, like that was a bold move. So after giving away 137,000 free copies of Unnatural Order to retailers in September, they're continuing this with their next book, their Beyond Real #1. Maybe this is a good way to get the word out about your book and to get it into readers' hands, to get them excited about new properties. They might be onto something here.
Well, I mean, a lot of people pirate stuff, right? They go out and get the pirated version of whatever, and they check it out, and they go buy the real thing. So, similar kind of, you're not making any money off it, just give it away, and there you go.
Yeah, what's interesting to me here is the retail price, $4.99, which is what we used to sell our books for. Well, actually, what we do sell our Arrow books for when we sell them directly from our website. It is weird that the prices have gone up the way they have. It's weird, but I wanted to bring this up, that they're doing this again. Zach Kaplan, who I do know, I've met him. He's a nice guy, very nice guy.
Well, I wanted to follow up with that pirate thing. There is a company, I can't remember the game, FTL, a video game called FTL. It was extremely popular. They pirated their own game. They put it up on Pirate Bay when that was a thing.
Yeah.
And it just exploded, right? So, like, the free model can work if you do it, clever. If you're clever,
if you do it right.
I mean, the thing is, you gotta have an overhead to survive that kind of marketing, I guess.
I get this pose with that finger.
Yeah,
it's bothering me.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
The thing
I
is,
don't
like,
like it.
it's coming with a progression. You know, like the pinky finger is down, the ring finger is up, the middle finger is higher than the index, and that's breaking the flow.
It's hurting me.
What he's trying to do. So
Hurt
yeah,
my brain. Hurt my brain, guys.
Yeah.
Beyond Real number 1 will also have net priced open to order variant covers by George Corona, Lana Vicchio, and Fabiana Mascolo. So a lot of people that are in foreign countries that
from Italy
that are working hard over there in comics.
Italy.
Look at that. That's a neat cover. We don't have a lot of American artists doing stuff like that, and if they do, they're very, very expensive.
Not anymore. Yeah.
The question is the second issue going to be good though, right? Is that the
Well, I mean, that's that's always the question. Second issues always sell fewer than first issues.
Yeah.
It is a rule of life so far that we found out. Wizard of the Coast ended the PRH, Spingle Random House, distribution of Dungeons and Dragons. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can.
Book Channel will continue to receive D&D. Wizards of the Coast is ending its distribution relationship with Penguin for its Dungeons and Dragons products as of December 31st, 2023, but has assured its customers that the Book Channel will continue to receive D&D, the company said in a statement on the topic today. Wizards of the Coast licensing relationship with Penguin Random House for D&D related publishing will continue. So they will license it. I don't understand what this means.
I don't either.
The announcement of PRH and Wizards of the Coast direct customer of PRH to Wizards of the Coast hobby distribution network for D&D, which includes Alliance Games distributors, Diamond Comic distributors, GTS distribution, Magazine Exchange, PhD, and Southern Hobby Distribution. Penguin Random House is a valued partner in publishing licensee of Wizards of the Coast, Wizards of the Coast said in a statement sent to ICV2 today. While we deeply appreciate the excellent service provided over the years by PRHPS, we are now shifting our distribution strategy to utilize the capabilities of Hasbro to sell and distribute D&D products to retailers. So they are now, I guess, using Hasbro. And we will continue to partner with PRH on licensed D&D titles, like the recently released Lore and Legends and the upcoming Heroes Feast, Flavors of the Multiverse. This change to distribution of Wizards D&D role-playing game publications, such as rule books and adventure content, won't affect fans as they will continue to find Dungeons and Dragons products at their preferred retailers.
And be mad about it.
Hasbro will probably increase the reach of where you can buy these books.
Well, there's Hasbro does a lot of stuff with like Toys R Us, right? There's a new Toys R Us pop-up stuff coming up. Makes sense. There's a lot of retail changes in Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast. They got new customers because of their that video game, Baldur's Gate 3 that just came out.
Yep.
The movie as well. They're basically just gonna be throwing down
That
lots
movie
of stuff.
kind of was not bad, but it wasn't great.
I thought it was terrible, but throughout,
I mean, it was
I couldn't watch
goofy. It like made it felt like it. So it felt like it was making fun of itself the whole time.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
I mean, D&D has had the problem of like
Being
when we
taken
were
seriously.
younger. When we were younger, it was like the no true Scotsman thing. Like there were the real nerds back in the day, and then it just went mainstream, and then everybody's, it went the same way with Magic the Gathering, all the other games across. It just went mainstream, and there's no longer any nerds playing the game. It's just theater groups, I guess, playing.
It became the theater crowd. Like the thing is, like with D&D, the period test is like, were you stored in a locker room for playing D&D? And if the answer is no, then you're not a true Scotsman, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I used to play. I don't have time for it now, but I went all the way to 3.5. When 4th edition came out, I stopped because I didn't get it. Like they were trying to make Warcraft basically on D&D.
Yeah, 5th edition wasn't bad.
And then from then, 5th edition became like the theater crowd kids. Like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can explore my talent, and I can project. And it's boring now.
Yeah, it was a lot of like self-project, which I guess is what the point of role-playing kind of is for some people. I think a lot of people have taken the idea that you can be whatever you want to be in a fictional world and have implemented that into the real world. I think that you just can't tell your kids you can be anything you want to be.
Yeah, dude. But if you don't know what taco is,
I just don't think that's something you should do. Like, I don't look at a kid and say you can be anything you want to be.
Yeah.
You know, after I've talked to him for 5 minutes, I'm like, you know what? Maybe Garbage Man will work for you.
It's gonna be like, I'm a fire engine. No,
Trash man.
No, maybe. I mean, maybe. Maybe, you know, let's just try trade school for you, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying dumb people work at trade school. Some people aren't cut out for a 4-year college. I'm not cut out for that. And I've done that crap. I've taken college courses, and I'm like, this is because they prepare you for tests in school, right? Yeah. They don't prepare you for critical thinking. And so you used to have to critically think in college. And now it's getting to the point where you don't even have to critically think there. They just kind of teach you some things, and even my daughter right now, what she's running through, she's like, I know I'm not going to get a good grade from this guy because she's in a theology course right now. Oh. And it's a Bible course. And so I've helped her with a few things, right? Uh-huh. And this professor's like, no, that's not right. And I'm like, what is he talking about? That's not right. Like, what's he talking about? That's not right. Like when we, just like the authorship of a book. So most people will understand that are kind of in my particular world that the book of Acts was written down by Luke, but dictated by Paul himself. So Paul was in prison and he was visited by Luke during this time period. And during this time, Luke was interviewing him about the history of the church, which he wrote down into a book called the Book of Acts. So the Acts of the Church, basically, is what it was. And so he wrote down this history. And so we understand that Luke was the one that wrote it, but it was done based off of interviews with Paul himself. And my daughter expressed that, which pick up a study Bible, it will say that, it will, there's a few things. We just know. They made a whole movie about it called the Apostle, where Luke is interviewing Paul in prison. And during that time, this is right before he died, right before he was beheaded, and he even wrote a letter to Timothy, and then the church in Rome was able to get out right at the last minute. And the last letter, the last thing that Paul ever wrote was Timothy chapter 2, or 2 Timothy. And so when you read that, if you read that thinking about these are the last words of a man that was getting ready to be beheaded for his faith, it kind of hits you different. It hits different. Mm-hmm. That this is the last thing that he was going to say. And the professor was like, no, that's not right. I'm like, what do you mean it's not right? I'm like, so it made me question kind of where this professor's at and his knowledge of
theology, yeah.
Not even theology, but just church history. Yeah. Church history and how the canon was produced. And so she said, Dad, I don't think anything I say is going to be the right thing to say. And I said, so she goes, I'm just going to have to be happy with whatever grade I get with this one, as long as it's passing. And I said, sometimes that's what you have to be. I said, what this is doing is this is like the fourth professor you've had now where you're like, I'm not saying the things they want me to say and I'm getting graded based on what they want me to say, not based on what I've learned from the material, which really used to be that way. What do you learn? What conclusion did you come to? Right? And that was how you got the grade. It wasn't that, you have to come to my conclusion in order to get the right grade.
Say what you say when I say
so
it.
These kids are realizing that in order to pass the test, I have to memorize the answer. And the answer is whatever Professor A wants me to think. And so that's what I put down.
Yep.
And so that's where we run into this big problem where now we're indoctrinating students because the professors are no longer doing their job. They think they're doing their job, but really what they're doing is they're creating carbon copies of themselves rather than free thinkers. I remember one of my best professors, we never agreed on anything. We never agreed, but I got a great grade because I could argue my point. I could explain how I came to the conclusion that I did, And I respected him for his thoughts. He respected me for mine because I was respectful of him. It was weird how that works out, right? Yeah. But we come into an age where we don't have that kind of relationship with people anymore. If we disagree, that it's considered an act of violence for most people, you know, and it's ridiculous to think that we've come into this phase. And it's all the more reason why we need places for free thinkers and free creatives to do what they want to do, and to make the product they want to make. And I mean that across the board, really, I do. 99% of church-going Christians don't know that the Bible, as we have it today, was not mass-produced until the printing press, and the print versions were very flawed based on the translations they were based on. That is not entirely true. I guess I could give a historical, I mean, that's not really what this is, but I feel like I need to answer. Do I need to answer that? Do I need to explain that, guys, or should I move on?
I don't know, dude. Do what you feel. Say it with your chest.
Let's choose your own adventure, sir.
Okay. So, up until the Council of Nicaea,
yep,
there were multiple. All these books were not compiled into one single binding. They were compiled into. They were shared by single books, and the church over time, the Big C Church, collectively they started to center around a certain number of books that were accurate. And you have to understand how these books were produced back then. There were things called scribes in the early days, and then there are translation committees, which you have to really be careful on which translation you choose, because there are. So I use a version called the ESV, and what happens here is they put together this group of people who were not only theologians, but they were just language translators. They weren't necessarily people of the faith. They were just people that wanted to make sure that the translations were accurate. And they went back to the original Greek and Hebrew manuscripts that they had, which those are, if you look at all of them, there's no difference in those because of the method that they used. Like, as a scribe, their entire life was copying verbatim what was in the book before. There was no. It was like being a judge, like how being a judge is today. You're not supposed to be political. You're not supposed to have a political affiliation. You just uphold the law. They just copied whatever it was that they were supposed to copy, and so that's how these books were handed down. And even if we go back to the oldest one we have, the newest ones that we have are exact copies, no changes. And so they're using these to go back and translate into the English language. And so as they do this, this is well after the printing press has been created. But the problem with translation with the King James Version is the English language back then only had about 300 and some words, whereas in Hebrew, there's a different word. Like, just one example, there's a different word for the word love, for different kinds of love. And so we have to use qualifiers or adjectives to describe those things. And so that's where you start running into issues with translation, quote unquote translation, is when you have to worry about those qualifiers. And I think a good student will be sure to find the right thing if they really, really want to. And a bad student will not. But, so they were all using these books, okay? There was and they all agreed. So when the council got together, it wasn't like they just had all these books and then chose the 66 that they did. Those 66 had already been agreed upon and been used to preach from pastors and leaders for years. They had already weeded out almost all of the other ones, right? And the only things that there was like one or two maybe that were just in question. They didn't really know. Well, I'm not sure. And so that's when the Council of Nicaea said, these are 66. We're going to start publishing them in one volume. That's when that happened. So prior to that, it was individual books instead of this compilation that we have. Yeah, and I do agree, Schism. The King James is idolized for no reason. I actually don't like the King James at all. And you'll even notice in more accurate translations where it'll have a verse. Like, for instance, let's talk about a verse in John where he's speaking to the Pharisees. You know, he's in the temple and he's teaching. And he was referring to something that happens in Exodus with Moses, where there's a reference back, you know, or God of Abraham. I'm sorry, with Abraham. So there's this Abrahamic thing that he's referring to, and he uses the word "I am," or the name "I am," and it would be the exact same name that was used in the book of Exodus. You know, from the burning bush when Abraham said, or I'm sorry, Moses. I was right there. Moses said, "Who shall I say sends me?" And he says, "Say that I am." Right. So it would be that same word, that same distinct name that Jesus says there. But in order for us to understand, for understanding purposes, in the translation, we put "I am he," and you'll notice the word "he" is italicized, because if it's italicized, that's a word that we've added to create understanding, right? So if like it's love and it's brotherly love, then you know the word for brotherly, then we'd have to put in brotherly love, and brotherly would be italicized. So you have to understand those things, that you know that what's going into it. But I don't believe. I believe that if it was up to man, the Bible translation we have today would be completely flawed. But you have to have some faith that Scripture is infallible, meaning that God protected His word. And if it really is from God, then He would have protected it, right? I mean, think about it. If it's not from God, then it won't, and then we're all crazy. But I would much rather be wrong about what I believe, and when I die, go off into a non-existent whatever, than be wrong about the fact there isn't one. And then when I die, I'm faced with the judgment.
There you go.
Of all of my sin.
Man, I turned this into a Bible study group now. Apologize to the audience.
Yeah, that is your fault, guy. That's your fault.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
So,
how about comments?
But that's what upsets me about what they're doing with Dr. Seuss and Tolkien, is where they're trying to change the words.
Bring it back.
They're not being good scribes.
You brought it back.
Stopped happening.
It's your job.
2008, I think it is.
Yeah, it's your job to give us what the writer wrote.
Yeah.
Do you gentlemen think there'd be one day where all across the board, all of human history, all culture, everything will just be gone? Just puffed out and then there'll be whatever's the new
like
speak.
blowing out a candle.
Yeah.
No.
You don't think that'll ever happen?
No. Well,
I don't think you saw it with the last civilization. That's why you've still got cave paintings and etchings on the wall.
Well,
guessing.
I have
looking at tree rings and dinosaur bones.
I have some beliefs based on how I believe eschatology. So, nice segue. So we're back into it a little bit. Eschatology is a fancy word for saying your belief of the end times. Personal eschatology. So eschatology is what you think happens at the end. And personal eschatology is what you think happens at your end. So,
I know what happens on my end.
Yeah, I know what happens on your end. We know. Martha Stewart.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
Out, baby.
Yeah.
But
more fiber. Anyway,
more fiber.
Mm-hmm. Let me be more specific. I guess like history, right? Like the written history that we have today, and like movies, cultures, all that stuff. Just edited, completely removed, completely changed.
Then yes, I do believe that, because we've done that to some cultures.
Yeah. Yep.
Genghis Khan did that to cultures. There's stuff from cultures we will never know about because all of their history was annihilated. And I think at some point someone's going to annihilate someone else's history and rewrite it.
I think that's why history is so vague now, is because all of these civilizations, who knows about the Incas or the Mayans or all that, 100%. There's so much of this stuff that we guess.
At least there's something left. Like, you mentioned Genghis Khan. Like, do you know anything about Samarkand?
No.
At all.
There you go.
Yeah, because he killed everyone. It was like a 3-week, 1.4 million people beheaded at Samarkand by Genghis Khan.
Try to describe a cassette tape or a rotary phone to a kid now.
Oh, but that's
Same
because
thing.
they're stupid.
It's just
history deletes
tree
things
moves
as well.
on. Yeah.
Or time deletes things as well.
Russ does not want to think about Pedro's end.
Man, everyone's gay once in a while.
Yeah, nobody does. I get it. I'm used to not mattering, guys. Don't worry.
But so there will be, so in everybody's opinion, there is going to be this Orwellian shift at some point.
I think there can
we're
be. I
already
think it will
seeing an
continue.
Orwellian shift.
We're looking at it right now.
Look at it this
You're
way.
up in Canada, dude. You're dealing with Trudeau.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't tell me that's not an Orwellian shift.
I mean, I'm more referring to like a total, like, total actual gone and we're done. We're into the pages of 1984 now, or Huxley. Like we're not doing the crossover, but like you think there'll be a stage where completely.
I think we're seeing that happen right before our very eyes. I really do.
Yeah, it's not going to be from one day to the other. Like, for example, people when the Renaissance started, nobody said like, "Okay, guys, the Middle Ages are gone. We're in the Renaissance now." It was gradual. It was like
Voyager
50
spacecraft
years.
will last 1 billion years.
Yeah.
So at least certain Germans will survive.
It's
At
always
least
the
we'll have
Germans.
that going for us, right?
Yeah. The Germans.
This week, Israel declared war on Palestine.
Yep.
We're gonna get political now.
No, but
Jump to all of the forbidden
but
subjects.
here's how it ties in.
Hang on, folks. We're swinging this conversation around to pornography yet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you just wait. It'll get there.
Give us a minute.
But here's why I bring this up. Even this week, different outlets are reporting differently on what happened in those events.
Yeah.
There are people saying that Hamas never attacked Israel, that they were never there, that they made it up, that it was a false flag thing that took place, that it's not real, right? I actually saw there was I watched these body language experts. And one of them got on there and was being very mocking of Benjamin Netanyahu and saying, "Oh, he's lying, he's not telling true." Yeah. And I'm like, look, we've seen him talk a lot, so we know they never once referred back to his patterns, because every speaker, every person that speaks, every individual has a standard pattern. You can't just take a broad idea or like kind of broad points and say, oh, well, if they do that, they're lying. If they do this, they're lying. Because that might be a normal baseline for them, like that certain behavior. So you have to take their baselines before you can do any kind of analysis. This guy named Spidey does a really good job. I love watching his videos because I love learning body language. So beware, guys. I can read your body language. But she wasn't doing any of that stuff. So I told her, I was like, no, I'm done with this one. But she was trying to say that, oh, well, he's made all this up. None of it's real. I'm like, well, if you're saying that and all these, you're just feeding into that, all this stuff. But what about the people that are dead? Yeah. Right? What about the people that are dead? And then you've got groups in California and New York. People are protesting pro-Palestine, pro-Israel. You're getting people you got an Israeli director that's being canceled because he showed support for his country and his countrymen.
I can bring it. Hang on, I need to interject. I can make Randy happy. Even the Miley KF or whatever her name is, Can't pronounce
Caleb,
it.
the porn star.
The porn star
lost her job.
Where's the bell?
Yeah.
Where's the bell? Lost her job because she showed support for Palestine, which proves even the deviants don't want to have sex with a terrorist.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like,
Dave, you showed up at the right time.
Yeah, I don't understand her.
Gary says Pedro's body language makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I get that a lot, especially from women. But hey,
speaking of being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm joking. Oh my goodness. So
yeah, but this is the divine intervention. You could become a spiritual guru on your own, but you just have to tie your shoes and you just have to know how to eat burritos backwards.
See, this is why I don't have a camera, because I can just be hanging out, without any pants on, because I have shorts.
Dude, like I don't care if people find me weird. That makes me free.
I don't think people find him as weird as what we just try to say.
Yeah. But the thing, but there's a freedom in the fact that I don't really care. Because I'm not selling an image. I'm just here hanging out and trying to sell books. But No, regarding people who get like really adamant on one side or the other. Like, dude, everybody has their reasons. Everybody has their preference. At some point, it was just pick up a gun and go fight. You know what I mean? Like, stop it with this protest. You're not helping anyone. You're just being annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you do want to encourage people to die, I think it's a good policy that you should probably be on the front lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't encourage anyone to die. You know, I just don't get that. I don't get the hatred that's out there with people these days. They've allowed politics to creep into everything. And again, you know, I go back to what I was saying earlier today, that some people will be so adamant that we have to fight a culture war, but then they will be upset, or they will say something like war is gay when it comes to
real war.
What's going on, real war. And I mean, 900 people, innocent people, died on a holy day.
That's not trivial.
What happened? That's not trivial at all. And so Israel responded with all of their might, and they said, "We're going to continue until we take this land." They are not playing games, nor should you with people that would continue to be violent towards you. At some point, you have to put an end to that. And you have to say enough is enough, right?
I'm trying not to laugh at
Russ's comment
while the horrible things are going on.
Trudeau plant. He's taking notes on all of us, making a friendly warning people. I'm aware of that.
Yep.
I'm
a Canadian spy.
Yeah, it's you know, but on a lighter note.
That sounds very friendly. I'm a Canadian spy.
Speaking of someone who goes all out
Yeah.
and deals with their enemies swiftly, Perfect 10 is live on Fund My Comic right now. Let's check out this trailer.
Blow that up.
A lot of time wasted on the text.
Look at that art. Whoa, very expressive. Move back.
She looks awesome. That looks awesome.
Everything here looks awesome.
Yeah, dude.
That looks awesome.
This is very consistent art, man. He always delivers.
Yeah.
That lady looks like
Shut up
one
and
of
take my money.
ex-girlfriends. Yeah.
So this is funding right now over on Fund My Comic, but it's also on the Pink site. But there's an exclusive cover over there. This is the exclusive doll cover. Dan doll. And as you can see, there's a so close to nippage on there. Look at the flesh dynamics with the stretched fabric, and it's kind of...
And the boobas.
That's very nice. Very good. Nice attention to detail.
Yeah.
The back cover by Mike Bowden. Look at that. It's very cool as well. Very neat artwork. The interiors look amazing on this. Look at the detail in that city.
Yeah, just
that had to take a few hours. I do love the design of these characters. Very nice. Dave knows how to put in some sexy ladies. You want to know one thing that's not in this book, though?
What?
His politics. No one cares.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
No one cares. They just want to see hot chicks fighting.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
and this big dude with red
the
veins is
politics
awesome.
from the Netherlands have never been like a topic I'm interested in. You know what I mean? But Perfect 10, though. Look at that.
Stretch goal.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, I don't know if Dave isn't watching or not. You guys have to let me know, because I'm looking at this screen over here, not the chat. I don't know if the stretch goals are also going to go to Fund My Comic backers. You know, Glenn says, we got to porn. We certainly did.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Swing it around there.
This is not porn, Glenn. Live a little.
Flick the page, you can feel the shape 100%. Yeah.
There you go.
That's funny.
You know, I like to hang comic books up on my wall. These would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
Perfect for that. Beautiful, beautiful books. Great art, great storytelling too. That's the thing. There's actual content here.
Yeah.
This is issue 4. There's not a lot of indies that are already putting out issues 4 of books, right? You get a lot of 1s. You'll get some 2s, some follow-ups, maybe some 3s. We haven't even seen issue 4 of Cyberfrog.
No.
Right? Painted Death. Painted Death is a lot thicker. There's a lot more pages than 32. So we are getting a second one of those now. Very good looking book. Guys, what I would like to see is y'all flip the bird to us today.
Yeah.
I'm going to show off some campaigns. That's what we're going to do for the next half hour. Is just show off some campaigns and some stuff that's really good that people are working on. We've already showed off Irene's over here, $22,000 raised. This is a Fund My Comic exclusive.
Dude,
so you're not going to find this anywhere else at the moment.
Yeah.
She's where?
She's in Taiwan right now. Like,
she's in Taiwan.
Yeah,
she's visiting with her family. I'm trying to figure out where the name Strykowski came from. Is that from marriage?
No, I think she's like Chinese and Polish or something.
Well, that's definitely a Polish name.
Yeah.
Right. So she did.
But I don't know if it's his father's name. Maybe.
She posted yesterday that she's trying to convince her family that American men like thick thighs and big butts.
Yep.
And they're trying to, whatever. She said they're trying to guilt me into being skinny or something like that. And I'm like, no, we do. We really do.
Dude.
Like, I mean, did you just see the Perfect 10 stuff? We love. We like them thick. We like them.
If there's something I know about the Chinese community, it's that grandmothers are brutal.
They are.
Brutal,
I've heard.
Like, you're too fat. Why are you so fat?
Yeah, I've heard.
Like, ooh.
This art is beautiful in this book. This is not Irene's works. She paid an artist to do this 2.5.
My mom must have
all
been
of the
Chinese.
original work has. Your mom must have been Chinese. She was brutal, huh? My mom, when I was 3 years old, kicked me across the floor.
Oh, dude.
If you have not read this book, I've heard it's amazing. So I got the completist set because I want all 3 of them. But I also got in on the first day so that I could get the exclusive that was in there. This looks cool. This one's sold out. That's gone. You can still get that. You should check this one out. I'm gonna start putting links. I mean, even though you guys know where to go, fundmycomic.com. Check it out. If you back something today, what I would like for you to do is to let me know. Shout it out that you back something. Boobs sell. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Live a little. Oh, the irony. Only Death Can Save Us 3 next year. But all 3 books are over 90 pages. Yeah. So when it's a graphic novel, it's a little bit different, when you think about in terms of that. Like I'm working on this one. I'm over 100 pages in, and I feel like I'm never going to finish it.
I think your dad's Polish.
Yeah, I was just reading those things. So yeah, check this one out. This one's over $22,000. I would like to see her make more money on that.
Steam iron at me. Luckily,
we've shown Scribbles a few times. Scribbles is pretty cool. This
Press
is
once again proving he's a Korean damsel in distress.
Yeah.
What?
You get a T-shirt, folks. $25.
Yeah.
I'm fucking drinking.
Dude, Russ was really lucky. It wasn't one of them like charcoal, like old timey ironing devices.
Everybody likes boobs. She's pointing right at him. This is going to be a book of his layouts with some annotation about what he was doing. I'm looking forward to this one coming out. He is in the process of getting that ready for print. I spoke with him recently about that. Private American made its way all the way back up here onto the featured section. It's gotten a little more action. People are starting to take a look at it again.
Yeah.
Lumina Vox. I don't know if you guys saw this one or not. This one's pretty cool. This is a keep it all. 34 backers so far. Almost $2,500 raised. If you kind of like that manga stuff, then you might like this one quite a bit. This is a second chance. But it has an exclusive variant cover. I like this little animation thing he's done here with the... It just... Ooh, look at my stuff. That's great.
Well, it keeps bringing your eye to scroll down to see more.
Yeah, it does. It was genius. Got to figure out how to do that. I love the art style that you get from this. All right, you'll help me with it in the next one.
Yeah, it's isolating what you want illuminated and do a little After Effects work. It's quite easy. It's like 20 minutes of work, really, actually.
I like his art style. It's got a flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's polished. It's very polished, but it has a very animated feel.
I think Jose Garcia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He teaches or something like that.
Oh no, he used to work for DreamWorks.
Yeah. You can see it in his work.
He's one of the artists I was considering for my book. We actually had a couple of conversations about it, but in the end, I went with
really, really cool. Okay.
Renzo.
Oh, pardon me. Hybrid's made its way back onto the. We put it up as a store now. So it's a storefront. It's limited. You can only get the books and some shirts, and just those 2 books. You can't get the game anymore. So we took that all off of there and just made it about the book itself. So the 2 books that you can order, and so that is up now. I haven't played that trailer in ages. I think I'm gonna play that trailer. I need to change it because this is the trailer I want to play. Lockdown games. And nope, that's not the one. I want this one.
Not the one. That's not the one.
Need some popcorn.
Oh yeah. I don't remember
Pedro
that.
animated this.
Yeah. I motion content. Did a little bit.
We know our enemy. We've seen behind the curtain. And they have a weakness. An Achilles heel.
They are arrogant and completely underestimate what they are up against. They forget who the game master is. They forget how wise this old demon can be. So, let's see who among them survives this killing field.
Great job on the animation, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good times.
How long is that?
It's a minute 28.
Minute 28.
Minute 28. A little longer than what I like to make them, but it was worth it. I feel like it was worth it.
I had fun doing it. So
It was fun. Yeah, I like it a lot. And AR-13L, another Arrow book. We got a lot of Arrow books. 18.5 it's made. It keeps making money over here.
There you go.
It
Good
keeps
book.
making money. It looks so good. Yeah. 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 Man, this looks nice. Pixel's doing a good job working on this book.
Really
Very
looks
impressed.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and Eric's art is just
top notch.
Yeah, he's just so talented. Very talented, very good. And we know that Piper's a good writer, so I'm looking forward to it. They've reached all of their stretch goals.
Awesome.
So you even get Cocaine Shark Ashcan with this thing. Beautiful. And it's been exclusive on Fun My Comic. I don't know if they're going to try to take it to the green site eventually or not. Wouldn't be a terrible idea for a boob book, though, would it?
Yeah.
Yep.
They could probably make a couple $1,000s over there if they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget Hatch. We had on here last week. We'd like to see some more backers on this one. Another great, man, such a collection of.
Hatch is not your average cartoon character. Far from it. Hatch lives on a remote asteroid far out in space and has no knowledge of anywhere else. His day compounds bewilderment with disbelief as his life unfolds before him. A life he marvels at, embraces, and is ultimately frustrated by, albeit in a comedic way. This 100-page, full-colour, annotated edition of Hatch not only boasts an in-depth interview with creator Glenn B. Fleming, as he takes us through the evolution of this lovable character, but also presents previously unseen original artwork from the Hatch archive. All this, along with the creator's annotation and anecdotes, make this book a must for the connoisseur of sequential art.
I think what he's doing there, so, I mean, I've watched that a few times. So he said that he was laying down water first, and then he drops the ink in.
Yeah.
I think he's using black to do the shading. I think he's adding a little black in there.
That's a question for him, though.
To do the gray, like, shading area in there.
Yeah.
But, man, look, I mean, the collection of things we have over here on Film My Comic is
look at that space, man.
I'm going to be doing traditional inking at the thing next weekend. So I'm going to have some things drawn up over here on the board. Actually, production pieces that I need to do. And so I'm just going to spend the 8 hours over there inking up traditional work. Yeah.
There you go. It's black.
It's black. Okay.
Don't spill the ink, sir.
He's down. He's down.
It's gorgeous, man. I would like to see more people should get. Man, what a great friggin' job this is, Glenn.
Yep, just looks great.
I am so glad that I can call some of you guys friends, whether you call me friends or not. Like
speaking of can you go back to the Hatch?
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Because you just mentioned something. Speaking of headshots, look at that jump.
Look at that, man.
Yeah, look at
this right here. Now this is a headshot. You know, the other guy was that close to the other guy. Same framing, right?
Same framing,
but something about his is like he's like in and he's like, hey friend.
He says success.
Yeah, he's like, hey, how you doing? It's like he's in your space.
Yeah.
In this way, this is framed, but it's not in like a weird, creepy way.
No, not at all.
It's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, he looks like a shampoo commercial.
This looks good. The other one looked like the guy who's trying to stall in the opposite bathroom, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
Right, yeah.
The guy next to you at the stall going like, how you doing?
It's all about personality, I think.
He looks warm and friendly. Come on.
Yeah. He looks warm and friendly there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd like to get to know that guy.
Yeah,
and to be fair, Glenn's a nice looking fella. Him and his wife, they're a very, very nice looking couple.
They're a handsome couple.
They're and man, that's fun. That little hatch he made.
Yeah,
that's painted like it reminds me of the old animation stuff.
It looks like a cell animation, like painted on the back.
Man, if you had Tim Grand, you could get this custom one shot sculpture, and Glenn will bring it right to your house.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. This is nice. But yeah, what a great headshot, Glenn.
Yeah.
Hey,
there you go,
how you doing?
He knows how to do it.
Yep. It's a hey, how you doing?
Yeah. And he's not afraid to do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Looks great.
Looks great. I'm excited about that one. Some other stuff on here that's kind of new. Let's look at this one. The story seems really interesting to me. Like all the kids are coming up missing.
Yeah.
One survivalist knows the secret. Is he eating the babies?
Oh, no.
That guy looks like he eats babies. That guy definitely eats babies.
Yeah.
So just look at those teeth.
Those are baby eating teeth.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks.
Pedro, we got it. We're linked up today.
It's a classic horror story, like, you know,
Yeah.
It or something.
Is that
A
guy
bunch
just a torso?
I think so. I'm getting very like X-Files kind of vibes.
Yeah.
But you know, people are abusing now that like 3D separating the layers to make it move like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's being overused now. I don't know.
It adds something, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but a little bit less, I think. would
Didn't you
work.
just do
Not
that in the
every
video
scene.
of Luke's?
He
Well,
did.
not on every not on every scene though.
Yeah.
Not
A
every
little bit more
scene, okay.
movement,
Not to this
maybe.
degree.
I take umbrage to that, Whiskey.
All right, fair enough.
Well, this looks like
I
it's
see the
like
difference.
AI assisted
Yeah.
because it's actually cutting out some of the
Mhm.
stuff and it's not doing it exactly.
That was a nice effect.
Yeah.
A nice transition there.
I will not question the
We're not watching the
master
whole video
again.
'cause that's a
Pedro,
very
I
long video.
apologize.
Thank you. Thank
But
you.
that looks- that's a
don't
neat
let that
cover.
happen again.
Don't let that. We're not worthy.
Never question. This monster has 4 eyes,
Uh-huh.
teeth, and 2 boobs.
And 2 boobs. Yeah, that seems like a waste.
This is a great cover.
Yeah, dude.
I like that cover.
The level of detail is just
That is amazing.
yeah.
It got a lot of likes on social media.
It did. I'd like to see it get more backers.
Yeah.
This is a storefront too, though. Those don't tend to sell books as quickly
No.
because the people know it's there. Like when I have money, I'll buy it. Kind of situation. You have to run like weekend specials and stuff, coupon codes that last for a
Likewise,
weekend.
man. Likewise.
Absolutely. Lots of artwork on the projects. Yep.
Yeah.
So much
Yeah.
great stuff around. Yes, there is.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's a few things.
Fantastic
This is pretty good. I mean, there's a few areas where like if you're being critical, you could be critical of it, but
Yeah, but
man,
it's
the
made by
effort
humans.
is amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
made by humans, so
it tells
it's
the
gonna be-
story, which this is what I love about some underground comics.
Yeah.
And this is what people are talking about with Iron Age. Well, the quality's not there. The quality's not there. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, they're not drawing this. I mean, they're not EVS. They're not Shane Davis. They're not Mark Brooks. If you think he's good, they're not some of these guys, right?
Yeah.
But this is perfectly passable, and it's tells the story, and it doesn't have to look like that stuff, as far as I'm concerned.
That's this old cliche out there that says you gotta start somewhere.
You really,
You
do.
know, and the quality level might be light on a project or two, but that doesn't mean that once they get a project or two under their belt, it's not going to just get.
This is
there.
88 pages too.
Dude, yeah.
88 pages. I haven't backed this one yet. I need to, because I do want that. I want that book. That sounds fun. It sounds creepy.
That beast, like the lettering said like child, and he was like
Children. Yeah, that was creepy.
Ooh. Yeah, that was creepy.
9 backers on this one. This
Well
is a
done.
second chance, I believe. There are 3 days left on this one. Red Eye. Look at this art, guys. Look at this.
Look at
Hubba,
that.
hubba.
This hardcover art with that. Man, that is
Dude. Gorgeous.
It's a lot of rendering.
a lot of lines on there. I hope he got paid by the line.
Oh, yeah. $1 a
Oh.
line. Bless ya.
Ooh, thank God for the mute button.
Mhm.
And here it is, inked and colored a little bit. You get a little bit of a touch up.
Looks
a touch
great.
Of it.
That'd be
Look
fun.
at that! Look at that expression. Ah,
Like those teeth down in the lower left.
yeah.
Great stuff.
Oh, a chicken from hell. Wow.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Did you say chicken?
Chicken.
No way, you didn't say chicken.
Yeah. Chicken from hell.
Speaking of chicken from hell, the lettering looks good on this.
Yeah.
Quality can improve within a single book, especially with 88 pages. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, it can.
Alan Goldman is awesome.
They had to blank out the titties for me. They did a good job. People understand. I didn't even have to tell them.
Yeah.
They didn't even have to tell. They just found it. They knew it. Hey, I got a booble. I got a booble hanging out over there. Let me just cover that up.
Booble.
Let me just cover these boobles hanging out for you.
Yeah.
so that we can make sure that's good to go.
But that's the
And
thing.
apparently his eyes are
parameters.
blocked out. There must be something extremely gory there,
Some
which
gore, yeah.
makes me want the book even more.
Mhm.
So I'm like, why did he block that out? Because we're not real hard on gore, but it must be really gory. I love this. Look how that rain is hitting. That is
nice piece.
I know how to do this traditionally in pencil, but not in ink. I don't know how to get those streaks in ink yet. I haven't
Pencil
figured that
cover
out.
is fantastic.
I think it's painted over on the top in the last layer.
I think it must be painted. Like I would have to use like a paint pen or something to do that.
Probably wouldn't be ink. It looks like it's got viscosity to the strokes, so probably just white paint.
Yeah, maybe.
Just well done. Looks great.
It is very nice. I just love good art, man. I just love that stuff. But that's only got about 3 days left to go on that one, so. But that's another good one. Fall of Man is one I've been looking at a lot lately. They're doing fantastic. Here is a new one. Talked about this the other day.
Okay,
It's real gore.
That one got a couple of likes as well on social media.
Yeah.
Seems like it's well.
Tim stuff. Tim
Yeah.
Tyler. Yeah.
Tim Tyler, yeah. His stuff does well. Man, I mean, you just can't go wrong with
Yeah, you can't.
Gary Martin.
Just great, solid.
We need
material.
Gary Martin
Look
on
at this.
here.
Yep.
Gary, if you're listening, we got to bring you on.
He was in the audience, not
Yeah.
too in the chat, not too long ago.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
I'd like to talk to the guy about
goals, man.
all
About inking?
everything. Ask him like 1,000 questions. Why wouldn't you want to ask 1,000 questions about how he does things?
I like the dual lighting here. So light source here, secondary light source, not as strong here, which gives you this rim light under the chin that he inked perfectly. And this rim light over here. Insanely good. These hairs. Look at this contrast. Black to white. I mean, no light in there to show how bright the light's hitting there. No ink there. No ink there at all. But just, it's little things like that that I look at that I really...
And it's like the work is so good. It's like you get to a point that you do no work and it shows. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you leave the space, but it's just the right amount of space to just convey the shape. It's just this is mastery, man.
There's no quality in this new age of art and independent creativity. There's no quality at all.
Not to that level.
Yeah, nobody's good, right? I'm mocking what they say.
Yeah,
There's
mockery.
nothing good out there. There's nothing good.
It's a
You
mockery.
guys aren't doing anything. There's no quality there. Quality's not in there. Shadow Sentry's good. Trolls is cool. We
Oh,
got the
Fool is still up.
The Fool is still up there, guys. You can check that
Cool.
out. 29
There you go.
backers. We can get another one in there, I think.
There you go. Yeah.
Do it now. Do it soon.
Fast-paced, vigilante justice as only... what is this guy dressed as?
I
This
recognize
is the
that voice
Fool.
actor.
This is the Fool from Arrow Comics with great artwork by Chris Tyson, colors by Patrick Gamma, written and created by Randy Zimmerman. This guy runs around the city using practical joke weapons to fight crime, and the cops just want to get him off the street before he hurts somebody. You need to read this book. Available in its own individual campaign or part of Arrow Bundle number 2. Arrow Bundle number 1 is also available with the Fool campaign over at funmycomic.com. Check it out.
Very cool. Arrow Bundle number 2 will be shipping here very soon. We're waiting on Chrome Dog. I just did another page of Chrome Dog. 2 pages. The one that the spread took me forever.
Hopefully, you're really close to
We're very close.
Yeah.
We're very close to getting that out. It will happen early November. We'll have everything. Patrick had some stuff come up, so he couldn't get started right away.
Yeah, he's working on some secret project for somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just did the print file for Alice in Chains that he colored last. Just finished that up last night, and is just marveling at his color work.
Speaking
Fool's
of
the
Chrome
same
Dog.
way, just amazing stuff.
You need to update this with the fresh art that we've got. Has he already updated it with fresh art? He has not. Get on this, man. Put fresh art up there. Make some updates. Have you done any updates? Hold on. Let's go look for updates here.
I've heard it's a good idea to regularly update your
4 updates.
Your followers and your fans and your backers on things, make videos and post good pictures.
Yeah, the scheduling conflict that he's talking about is with Patrick. But yeah, that one's coming, and there's some fresh pages. There's the fresh art. There's that layout that took me, that spread that took me way longer than it should have. Way longer than I'm used to. I really challenged myself on the layout.
That's the place to do it.
I really, with this array of panels, and then I changed perspective in every panel, which was not easy to do and keep it straight. Mm-hmm. It was hard. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at.
It's a
Patrick is amazing.
Or Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy your character designs, man.
Thank you. I do love. Chrome Dog's probably one of my favorite characters I've ever designed. I love drawing him. He's a real pain in the neck because he's so complicated with all his little pieces here and there. But I had a lot of fun with that. Soul Tax also live.
All
Well, let's
right.
watch that video, and then we'll get out of here. This one's got another awesome music in the background. Just ran out of coffee. It's definitely time to go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh.
You can't operate without coffee. That's insane.
I did that. So 90s.
Yep. Even the music.
I think it's what it meant.
Yeah. I mean, the art also has a ring to the 90s, but also I see a little bit of 2000 flair to it. The coloring has changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with the music, it just matches it up and sends it back there.
It really does, yeah. Character designs on this are fun too.
Yeah.
They're very. There's definitely an aesthetic to this universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it has a monkey, guys. It has a monkey.
World building is important, often neglected and forgot about, but you got to get the little things in there.
Yeah, dude.
The
Almost
everything.
as important as monkeys.
By issue 4.
Yeah.
It'll be shipping out here early next year. God, look at that.
Running out of coffee. It's
Indeed,
DEFCON 1.
Frederick.
Yeah. Another Arrow book. You can get those Arrow bundles over here. On those
Yeah,
books.
this is a quiver of arrow books. Just
Yeah, a whole quiver.
one
Speaking
after
of
the
quivering.
other. Yeah, quivering.
Speaking of quivering, man, there's just a lot of good stuff on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I get happy about all of it.
I got smokes.
Community service is good. Man, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
I could watch these trailers all day long.
Rise and Pain also looks really good.
Yeah, that FMC exclusive cover.
Yeah, dude, look at
Look
that.
at that.
Look at that.
How awesome that is.
Yeah.
Like Battle Chasers or something, you know. Really.
Success.
And there you go. Big butt and thick thighs.
There you go.
American boys like it.
Take that, Taiwan.
So do American girls. Look at that. I love this empty space here for the
atmosphere,
yeah. Thank you, Glenn. It just so well done, man. Just art. God, I love art. Comic book art. This is what fuels me, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that if the mainstream would kind of get their heads out of their butts and start exploring more with this, and that's why I'm looking forward to what Dynamite is doing, and maybe I think even Distillery, why people are excited about them. Because they're taking some chances.
At least.
With what they're putting on the inside of the books. In terms of pushing the boundary of what is traditional comic book art for at least the last 10 years. I mean, look at that, man. That is gorgeous.
Nice stuff.
It's so freaking scary.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I love this character design.
Yeah.
I love this
And the thing is,
design.
like, it shouldn't be, like, physically possible. Like, there's no space for the brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it looks cool, man.
It looks cool, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Thinks with his little head.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, he's thinking with the little head. It's always a subliminal thing going on here.
That is so cool, man.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's Fun My Comic, guys. A lot of good stuff over there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, hopefully people will start paying attention and tracking. I know we've only been up about 6 months. Hopefully people will start paying attention and tracking more. We do. I think we've raised $190,000, $200,000 so far through the website over the course of the last 6 months.
Dude,
we've had a lot of money coming through the site. I get notices all the time about tax information. You know, be like, well,
just the beginning.
Well, you're like, well, you realize that now you've hit your nexus, and yes, I realize we've hit our nexus. It's happening, guys. If you don't know what a nexus is, banks have these thresholds for different tax brackets and reportings and things like that. And so we hit a few different. We hit our nexus. Yeah, we hit our nexus in a few countries, so we're pretty excited. Didn't realize we were going to do that right away.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Well, I'm thankful that the people showed up again today, hanging out with us and chilling with us. It's been fantastic hearing from the chat, hearing from you guys. Oh, Levi Skeen's in the house. I didn't see Levi. Welcome.
And
who
folks,
else
make
popped
sure
in?
you hit that like. Make sure you hit that like button.
Wise Guys was in the house.
Hit that
Welcome.
love button up there. Help us out. Help out the algorithms. So, please.
Yeah,
do
we're
that.
not streaming to Rumble today. We're not seeing much good from Rumble, but you can also integrate Rumble, so they will just download this and post it over there.
Yep.
So you can automatically do that. So I just stream to Facebook
Yep.
Yeah, I just stream over here to YouTube. Thanks for showing up today, guys. It's been great. Randy,
Sir.
Got plenty of stuff over at aerocomics.store. Got a couple
Yes,
shows
please.
for people to go to.
Go over there and take a look. There's a lot of great books over there, including a couple of PDFs with my cartoon monkey. That's freshly colored
You
and
guys are
available
gonna
over
wanna-
there for your enjoyment. Both
You guys
of
are
them
going to
are
want to read that one.
not safe for kids, but go over there and check them out. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be looking at The Haunt of Fear on Comics by Night, 5 a.m. on the Indie Comics Network, Randy Zim channel, and the Comic Book Black Belt channel. Then on Sunday morning, we're going to be looking at The Horror of the Horror, comic books that the government didn't want you to read. We'll be continuing to look at that. That's how far. We barely got a third of the way through that book. Great stuff, great covers, just fantastic material to look at. Be on the lookout over at Fun My Comics for a couple of campaigns from Arrow Comics, myself and Russ Leach. It'll be up there soon. We're adapting the Shadow Kingdom. Russ is doing phenomenal artwork now that I'm having the joy of trying to letter, where we're faithfully adapting a Robert E. Howard story. It's just phenomenal. It's running like 68, 69 pages. It's going to be a great product once it comes out. Then also Alice in Chains will be available over there. We'll do a campaign for that here shortly. And I'm just finishing up the print file for that, and got a couple pages to fill, and it'll be ready to go to press. So it'll be ready to go before the campaign even starts.
Sweet.
This Friday,
it'll be
Hojo
great.
launches the Mythicals, so we're looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
Wow. Cool.
Fantastic.
Mythicals number 2.
Go, Hojo.
Yes.
Look at that already. Less than a year into this thing, and got a second book coming out already. I'm pretty impressed.
So we have
Welcome, Dr. Ben. It's great here.
And I'm working away on my thing here. Driftwood with Renzo Rodriguez in the art.
I know Pedro's going to show off some stuff too. You better be ready, bud.
Yeah.
So this stuff is coming out next year, October. I'm doing 3D modeling for the reference art for the characters and some of the environment and things like that. And just going through, and Renzo's doing a fantastic job. It's a story about necromancers. Again, it's not going to be out this year, unfortunately, just next year, October. And you'll probably see something in around just before Halloween. Hopefully in your hands on Halloween.
That'd be nice. Thinking about running around with scissors today.
Dr. Ben, make sure you record it just in case you get a good fail video out of it.
Yep.
So
always be monetizing.
Yeah.
Always be
monetizing. Pedro.
So yeah, guys, Y% Kaijus, the prologue is done.
It's coming along.
28 pages. We're gonna make something for the people who sign up for the mailing list, which is we're gonna print the prologue by itself, and you're gonna receive it as an extra book once the campaign is fulfilled. So only if you sign it, you'll get access to this book. And now I'm working really hard on the trailer, and I think I have one scene to show. So let me just get that set up real quick over here. If I can find it before. Let's see, window. There it is. And oh no. There we go.
And that took 6 weeks.
Actually, 4 days. I'm doing all this stuff, but
you're gonna have some awesome music behind it.
oh, dude, I'm recording the song for the on the 26th with my brothers, and it's gonna be like a Pantera style 80s heavy metal thing. We're getting a Japanese singer to sing the song, but
that's cool.
For the trailer, it's gonna be instrumental, and then we're gonna do like the full-fledged song as a perk.
That's cool.
But yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, the storyboard is already finished, and dude, me and my brother, we've been playing together for like 32 years and playing all kinds of metal to blues to whatever.
You got that exclusive Fun My Comic cover too.
Yeah, that we do.
Doing, yeah, that looks really cool.
Fun My Comic cover, and right now I'm just like going really hard with the trailer. Like I just want this to be like my Thundercats.
Right, awesome.
So yeah, it's gonna
I like a nice big metal sound and stuff.
Yeah,
I like that. I think from now on, all of my trailers are gonna be folk music.
Yeah,
like mountain folk. I'm joking.
Yeah, why not, dude? Like the thing is, you can make it work. Like
I played a tune for someone last night, and he goes, "That sounds very blues folk kind of thing." I'm like, "Yeah, I was just playing around because I was playing with a lot."
But
of
you know
stuff.
where folk music works really well? Horror music.
It does. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, dude. Because the thing is, like you get this like dulcet tones, like very mellow, and then you act like horror imagery, and it makes it even scarier. So
especially if you play it in a minor key.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a lot of folk music isn't minor, but blues is. Blues is normally in a minor key.
Mm-hmm.
I actually played like an alt rock song last night on a dulcimer.
Nice.
Which was fun. I was like, wait a second. Yeah. So now I was like, got my mind thinking about how can I write stuff like that on the dulcimer now. So you guys are gonna hear some recordings of dulcimer music once I have some time. That's gonna blow your mind. Like some just.
Can you play like Pretty
stuff.
Vacant by Sex Pistols on?
Probably. I mean, it's gonna be. I've got all these weird ideas
nice.
For these instrumentals. I'm gonna like put like cool I'm gonna put cool backing tracks with it. It's nuts. I'm stupid.
That looks great, Whiskey. Wow.
That does, man.
Yeah,
that looks
really
fantastic.
Spent a lot of time trying to get everything together visually and the world and characters, and I don't like to do anything without a foundation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Everything has to have like a reason for existing. I'm a huge fan of Ed Greenwood and the way he described everything.
Yeah.
When he's talking about building a universe, he talks about starting off with like a trade route, and so everything this whole comic is based on the same universe as a tabletop game we've had in development. And
that is, I mean, you can't go wrong with Eddie Greenwood, man. That guy invented the Forgotten Realm. So
exactly. And I took those lessons, his lessons, and Tolkien's lessons.
Well, Randy, do you have any art to show from Russ?
Through
I mean, while we're doing it, might as well do it.
I can call
right?
some up here. He did a
Here's
great
what I'm-
end piece, but I don't want to show it off.
I'm having some real
we'll have it
trouble
the campaign.
thinking about all the money I'm going to be spending.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Let me share my screen here. I have a great.
Let's go, Randy. Come on.
Do it.
Oh, Randy.
Do it here. Let's watch Abusiism while we're.
I got it.
This is the divine intervention. You could become a spiritual guru on your own, but you just have to tie your shoes, and you just have to know how to eat burritos backwards.
Wise words.
There we go.
Ooh, I think you showed this off.
This is The Shadow Kingdom by Robert E. Howard. It's looked at as the first American sword and sorcery story. It's in public domain. Does feature Kull, King of Elusia, as he fights a race of shape-shifting lizard people.
Ross, you animal.
Just great stuff.
Russ, you're insane, man.
Yeah, dude. What Glenn's saying, like, this
You're
is
friggin' nuts,
better
dude.
work. Like, dude, that's the thing. Like, I was talking with Art a couple of days back.
Welcome,
Like,
Ray.
I want to surround myself.
There's some nuts for you.
With people that want me to jump in the river. Want to make me jump in the river because they're so good. Like, dude, I gotta do better or just like take myself out. And dude, like, I'm really grateful for knowing you guys. Like,
You have to do better. It's like it makes you
dude.
want. That's why, like that 2-page spread. I'm like, yeah, I could have done something a lot more simple than that, but I was like, it's different. I really wanted to give it. You know, when people open up Chrome Dog, I want to be like, dang, this is a fun book to look at. I'm putting tons of detail in the backgrounds, which I don't.
One of my
typically
favorite
do with
panels right there.
My books. That is amazing. Look at that.
Dude, like, I don't know if you feel this, Luke, but don't you feel like we're in the arena? Like, we have to show, like, really bring it. And dude, I love this feeling. I love it.
I like to say that you're not going to get any work unless you make something better than you've ever done before.
Yeah.
All right, you need to be able, with every piece you have to, if you really want to stay competitive anyways, you have to outdo yourself. Not just you, but because people get bored. People get bored of the.
You got to be
the same.
better than yourself yesterday. That's the trick.
Yep.
That's what we're going for, guys. We're trying to be better. Today's been sizzling. It's been sizzling. But speaking of doing better work than we did yesterday, I actually have to get more work done today.
There you go.
At least as much, if not more, than what I did yesterday. So let's get back to it, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you, panel. As always, if not the most educated and the most smart and the most good-looking, definitely the most entertaining panel. Reading the comic book news on Thursday mornings at 9 a.m.
Gorgeous.
I said, if not the,
Yeah.
if not the, we are at least the most entertaining.
Yep.
The most entertaining panel reading comic book news on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. on the YouTube. I don't know of any other people that are doing that, so that's a pretty
We're
tight.
the only ones.
That's a pretty tight. There's a pretty tight window there, and that is a recipe for a BS award, I think. And so for the best someone award, might just go to us for that one.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Yep.
Now I am not beyond giving myself an award, because that's how I roll, folks.
Yeah.
Speaking of I roll, don't forget, build up more than you tear down. Nice segue, right? You like that?
I loved it.
Build up more than you tear down. Leave the wood pile higher than you found it. And please, please, I beg of you to just be careful out there.
Let's be careful out there. Let's be careful out there. We had a 187 at the 7-Eleven on the corner of 4th and Main. Two Caucasians of the male persuasion put a bullet through the cashier's brain. Moving on, I see it 211, half a dozen 459, 218 W's of DTA, and several miscellaneous crimes. Homicide